I was born Lady Katalafio Rhianid. I lived in the imperial city of the Cyrodiilic Empire and had a fine life. My siblings and I had all the necessities and trinkets that we could ever desire. My father had the ear of the emperor, after all. That's what happened when you were part of the Elder Council. His influence ran deep, as did his pockets. But when you live a life where you're handed everything on a silver platter, and there's little to no consequence for your actions, it was quite easy to lose your morals. What I'm trying to say is that my father was not a nice man. He had no regards for the lower class citizens and treated the servants terribly. And even though I was the oldest child, my opinion on how he handled matters meant little to him, regardless of how much of a fuss I made or what I tried to do to help those less fortunate than me. So, one day I rescinded my family name, told my father to go screw himself, and joined the Fighters Guild. Not necessarily in that order. And that was the day I became Cat Emberheart. In the Fighters Guild, I learned how to fight. I grew strong and skilled, participating in missions that took me many places. But something just seemed off. Yes, I was doing good by taking out bandits and disposing of dangerous creatures. But in the end, being part of the Fighters Guild meant that I was nothing more than a hired sword, and it didn't sit well with me. I worked like this for a couple years, but then I was approached by a man, a recruiter for the Blades, the elite force sworn to protect and serve the Dragonborn. He knew my history, who I really was, and my desire for peace. He promised that by joining them, I would be able to make a difference. So, I did, and I've been with them ever since. And yes, I have been able to make a difference in keeping people safe, which is why I'm the one they're sending to the Somerset Isles to keep an eye on the rumors of rebellion.
Hello, hi, I am Ragna, or Ragna Heartrender? Are we doing professional type things here? Have I already done this wrong? Okay, anyway, work through it, Ragna. This is fine. I have business in the Isles, so if you know the local Fighters Guild representative, that would be very helpful. Thank you. See? I can be professional. Me and Bashir have been traveling for a while now, and here Somerset is supposed to be beautiful. Much of Tamriel has been beautiful, but there is always more to discover. If I feel down, I can always think that somewhere else in the world is a special place where... No, you do not want to hear about that. You want to hear about daring exploits and narrow escapes, yes? I have made a bit of a name for myself exploring and guiding others through tombs and lost mines and that sort of thing. But Ragna, you may be saying, are there not curses and draugr and spiders down there? To which I say, ha 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 ha. Yes, but you cannot be cursed as long as you wear blue socks. In a tomb, anyway. Red socks for mines. Draugr are just doing their job, same as us. A little stabbing, a little fire, no big deal. And without spiders, where would we get jelly? Anyway, I was saying something about travel? Right. So, here in the Pocket Guide to the Empire, you can see where each of the islands... Wait, where are you going?
My name is Aoife Gellert, and my story is a simple one. Well, sort of. As a young girl in Skyrim, I would always taste for being smaller than the others, particularly by one of the bigger girls, Ragna. You might have heard of her. As I grew, I worked hard, training to become stronger and faster. I may have also followed in Ragna's footsteps and joined the Fighters Guild. But it weren't enough. I wanted, nay, I needed real power. So, off into the woods I went searching. And like any good story, I found myself a prince. Now, if this were a fairy tale, that'd be the end of it. But for me, it were only the beginning. Now I have power and strength, a few new improvements, and a pretty title to go along with them. But if you know stories, you know power always comes with a price. I'm in Somerset now with a task set for me by my prince, and ooh, it is a daunting one. If I fail, the price I'll be paying is quite high indeed. So I guess I'd better not screw this up.
Well, hello. My name is Altamir Varaza, but you can just call me Alt. I am but a simple wandering performer, a troubadour and illusionist, usually traveling with my troupe along the countrysides of Tamriel. Shortly after falling in love and having me, my parents, both brilliant musicians, joined a performing company after meeting in the grand city of Daggerfall. I grew up with the rumble of the wagon calming me to sleep each night. I learned a lot from my parents on the road about music, science, history, performance, and embraced some of the magic I found inside and channeled it into the arts. Illusions and music became my friends, the troupe became our family, and we lived on the road like this for most of my life until my 8th birthday. Then, I'm sad to say, my parents abandoned me in Daggerfall, never to return from a mysterious midnight departure. I grew up thereafter alone and homeless on the city streets, learning to use my arts to subsist meal to meal, and sometimes using trickery to help those less fortunate than the high-browed nobles of the city. Eventually, I rejoined the traveling troupe and honed my skills as a multifaceted performer. I yearned to fill my audiences with wonder and inspiration, to lift them up with hope, the same hope I strive to keep alight within myself of reuniting with my parents someday. After all, if a performer does not believe in his own tales, how is he to win over his audience? Recently, life has been tumultuous, to say the least. It's been quite the draining experience, and I find myself caught in a struggle of self-rediscovery. I am now en route to the far Somerset Isles. After a bit of an accident I had, I was told someone there might be able to help me. Who knows where this chapter will lead next?
You sleep rather soundly for a murderer. That's good. A clear conscience is necessary for what I am about to propose. You prefer silence, then? As do I. For is silence not the embodiment of Sithis himself? My name is Tyrell Andonius, and I represent the will of the Night Mother. She's been watching you as you kill, admiring as you end life without pity or remorse, and she is most pleased. That is why I stand here before you with an offering. An opportunity, if you will, to join our rather unique family. You've heard of the Dark Brotherhood, yes? The remorseless guild of paid assassins and homicidal cutthroats? Well, I can assure you that we are such. But more than anything, we are a union of like-minded individuals. Individuals like you. I see I have your attention. Good. Now listen closely. South of the Imperial City lies a small village called Bell's Gate. There you will find a woman named Schlera Cestius. Kill her, and your initiation into the Dark Brotherhood will be complete. Once your task is finished, you will report to Vicente Valtieri in Shadenhall to begin your training. And do not worry. He will make himself known to you once you arrive. For now, I must be away. Our mother calls me to Somerset Isles to answer a sacrament. I do hope we meet again soon.
And we're live.
Hello and welcome back. Thanks for tuning in. Who's doing our recap? Catch people back up.
That would be me, darling.
Take it away.
All right. So in the last episode, there was a lot of fighting. Really, Angramar here and I, the one that we've been chasing down all this time, came within our line of sights
much to his detriment, although it was maybe a bit of a troublesome fight. He did not go down easy. I mean, Ragnar was throwing cheese. A golden lady showed up. Bashir. Why do I think suddenly I'm like, that's a different, anyway, different franchise. Here we go. Bashir is like suddenly became, not suddenly, I know he's been sneaky, became all-powerful magical kitty. Yeah, and we sort of all went to town on Angmar, or at least some of us tried to. Tyrell did a lot of damage. As we were doing a bunch of stuff, Angmar did manage to capture one of the monks, revealing that said monk had the egg that we were talking about that was also needed as part of this whole strange ritual. He also, like, stopped bleeding necessarily, or his blood turned into things that made him harder for us to hit, which sucked a lot. Between the rest of us, we did manage to wrest the spear away from him, and he kept trying to get it back from me, which was a problem because I was not letting go of that if I could help it. Griffins flew in, tried to steal us. I think that's what happens when you screw over when you sort of go back on your promises or try to make other deals. And they took off Alt. So we're gonna have to figure out how to get Alt back at some point. And yeah, eventually I got captured. The spear got taken back. But Tyrell, being amazing, truly, and an incredibly effective assassin. Oh, and what if some other assassin showed up trying to steal the kill, which was just unnecessary, really. Clearly not as talented as our good friend Tyrell. Still managed, however, to defeat Angmar, who disappeared in sort of a cloud of smoke along with the egg, but Tyrell luckily saved the spear. Otherwise, I'm sure that would have disappeared with Angmar, and got my spear back for me, which I'm very, very pleased about. I almost died a couple of times. Ragnar and Kat were amazing and tactical geniuses, and Ragnar, which was surprising given that there was cheese everywhere, and don't know what that was about, but it worked so great.
Honestly, I don't know what that was about.
I think that's what happened. It was a lot of chaos. We won, sort of, but Angmar may or may not still be out there. Hard to say. There's no body left. We did kill him. Well, Tyrell killed him, I think. We think that there's wreckage and stuff everywhere.
The real question is how much of the chaos is from the cheese and how much of it is just because of our shenanigans.
That's a very good point. Oh, also, Kat has the root of Mundus. So we have two of the things. We got the stick that we were sent to fetch, and we got the spear that I've been looking for, and Tyrell killed the thing, we think.
Honestly,
okay.
But now there's an egg.
I wouldn't hold it past him, and I would rest better if I had the body.
So, where we left off was the head of the Sigil Order, who had been gripped by these red gauntlets, same ones that he would later use against Eva, he being Angmar.
Gauntlets.
Revealed that he was quite wounded. However, once the battle had ended, the other monks managed to get him up, and he exclaimed that he'd never seen sanguimancy that powerful, and that the sigil stone had been stolen. And that's what we're picking up. Aoife, have you transformed back?
Yes, I would have. I'm not feeling super great right now.
You have 2 levels.
I sure
because
do
of
have 2
gauntlets.
levels.
Yep, 2 levels of exhaustion.
Yep, that is a thing.
So somebody needs a nap. It's pretty late in the day. The sun has already set.
I had ended. I went in to hug Tyrell because he got me my spear back, and transformed back into Aoife, and it started out as a very strong hug, and then as I transform back, it becomes sort of more of a collapse.
Aoife, you should get some rest.
Yeah, I'd help her down to the. I'd help you down to the. Sitting on the ground or something.
Thank you.
I would then walk over to Shoes on Bones and pull a potion out of my pack, pour it down his throat, kind of slap him a little bit. Are you good?
Did you kill me?
No, you're alive right now. You were knocked
Where
out.
is... Fine.
You should leave.
He just takes several steps back. And as soon as he's sort of, covered in a bit of shadow, just kind of dim light, just sort of fades out.
Friend of yours, Tyrell?
No.
Anyway, you said the egg was stolen. What's so special about it?
Who are you speaking to?
Whoever said and exclaimed that the egg,
okay.
Yeah, the egg was stolen.
It's the sigil stone. It's not an egg, it just kind of looks like one. Exhausted. Yes, whomever that was, you all seem to know him, just took a very powerful transportational artifact.
Are you saying he's alive?
Wouldn't surprise me if his sanguimancy is that strong.
Sort of gives like a glare towards you, Cat. There was definite magic being used, and blood magic is only one thing. There was rumor that some of the more powerful vampire lords of Northern Skyrim could make blood duplicates of themselves. It required that they feed a great deal beforehand, but they could do that and send out these emissaries.
Are you saying that was a duplicate?
Well, that being was not a vampire. There was no Sanguinar Vampirus present. We tried to banish to Cold Harbor. It didn't work. If that's what that was, whomever that assailant is incredibly weakened right now. The amount of blood sacrifice required. I would be surprised if he could move around and see further than 10 feet from him.
Is there a limit to how far he can project?
And
This
do you have
duplicate.
a way to track him if it is a duplicate?
We can see, since his magic was here, we can see, we have tools. We can, and he motions, and a few of the monks leave.
Sooner the better on that.
As far as, one second, I'm feeling a bit lightheaded.
This really concerns me.
You?
Well, should
He was
all
my
of us.
entire purpose for being here.
Then we'll just have to keep going hunting, won't we? I'd feel better if I saw his body not moving.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
in
me
one
too.
piece.
That's why I'm here.
This is...
I know that going after him quickly is the way to go. I do know that. I don't
Yeah.
know if I am going to be very helpful if that ends up being the case, though.
Well, the thing is, we either go after him, if the monks can even find or trace him in time. Don't go blind. That's just stupid, especially with how majority of us are weakened. But it would not be a bad idea if, as soon as we had a location, a direction, that we left. But I agree, you are
Who
very
was that
damaged.
man?
Angramar here and I.
Here and I.
Noble house.
Yes, no, we're familiar with all of the houses. That... When? How?
Hey, Goat.
Yes.
Do I know anything else about Angramar Huronai besides the fact that he's part of the Huronai house and was the oldest son?
You can roll a knowledge check if you'd like.
Which one?
Most relevant would be history or arcana.
I will roll history.
Okay.
Nope, that's only an 8.
I mean, you recall that you were told that Angramar had just returned, or had been out traveling the world.
But we don't know where he went.
No, I mean, you can assume went through Cyrodiil. That's kind of how everybody gets anywhere. But as far as where else, not specified.
It's a big world.
It is.
I'm sorry, what was your name again? I'm talking to the monk.
Call me Arantir.
Arantir. We are... Well, I'll at least speak for myself and Tyrell. I won't put words in Ragna and Aoife's mouth. But we are more than willing to go after this thief and to get your egg back. We have our own business to deal with him. And if you're willing to assist us in locating him, because our magic user was kidnapped by a griffin. We'll get your egg and your powerful magic item.
When the fight was over, Ragna would have dropped her bow and flung her arms around Bashir's neck, and this whole conversation been just like giving him little kisses on his neck and his little snout. And she'll kind of perk up at all of this, still hugging him and petting his little head. Oh yeah, I think we could probably see this through to the, I don't want to say end because that sounds really final and kind of ominous.
Especially with Bashir around.
I know, what a good kitty. Bad Bashir should not scare me so much like that. Something could have happened to you. What a good boy, though. Isn't he handsome? He's handsome.
Yes, he's handsome.
Yes, but I think that we could, we are already here. So, that's, you know, maybe a nap first. Look at Aoife, she's barely
I need a
standing.
long nap.
Yeah.
Well, I will say that you've helped defend our home, though you broke into it first.
No.
More like
We
That
will-
was
thrown.
the Griffins. We would have knocked on the front door probably.
We will allow you to stay the night. Afterwards, however, you must leave. We won't be staying long.
Thank you.
And will you
That's very generous of
Give
you.
us-
Although,
assist us in finding a lead?
It is
Is it
very
not your home?
important. You don't need to return the sigil stone. It's just very important that you get it away.
What should we do with it when we get it?
Hide it, throw it in the ocean.
Oh, that sounds not so bad. We could do that.
Just
I have a
get it,
pretty good throwing arm.
get it away. It's too dangerous.
Tyrell, you look like you want to throw something. Do you want to do it?
I think he wants to
No.
throw his head into a wall.
Yeah.
Okay, that's not so helpful.
Oh, yes.
Though you would probably go straight to sleep.
Can we locate him?
They are getting the equipment to do that.
Okay.
Why were you all tracking him?
Clearly he's dangerous.
Sure. And how did
Well-
you find this place? Or how did you know he was here? We didn't know he was ill. Possibly a double was here.
Do you want the absurd sounding reason that's the truth, or a nice little white lie?
It was the Spriggan matron.
There's your answer.
Truth is usually somewhat absurd.
Yeah.
A lot of absurd going around.
She was very helpful.
She was indeed very
Friggin'
helpful.
Sitting over
matron.
here was
I
not so helpful.
hold up the root in my hand. Yes, the Spriggan matron.
Well, that's not her. That is what she wanted. Just so we're clear.
Yes, Ragna. Thank you for clarifying.
Yeah, well, I know you know. They would just be meeting her for the first time. Maybe have you met her before? Very rude of me to assume.
We are aware of the existence of the matrons. We generally give them space.
Usually we do too, but not when someone's trying to collect these artifacts and steal from them.
The long story cut as short as possible. He had my spear. Well, not my spear, my master spear. We tracked him down to the Spriggan matron, who then sent us out to find her stake.
You see
Which
his
led us here.
eyes glow a pale green as he's sort of looking over all of you. That's the Spear of Bitter Mercy. That's Hircine's spear.
Yes, may I introduce
be.
you to Aoife?
Hello.
Do you want to do the honors, or should I introduce you all royal-like?
Hi. Yeah, I'm the current champion of Hircine. Nice to meet you. Mistress
Oh.
of the Hunt. Proper title. Whatever.
Well, I suppose I am glad we are meeting under these circumstances.
Yeah, you should be.
But yeah, here
Yeah,
and
So
I.
he's collecting artifacts.
Yes, and speaking of, we're just kind of following and tracking him right now. Following in his wake. You're knowledgeable. Do you have any ideas on what else he might be collecting on his little scavenger hunt?
Had you uncovered any clues as to what he was doing? Why these items? Why?
That altar.
There was the solstice too.
An altar? A solstice?
Yes.
I mean, there's a lesser solstice sometime in the next few days, I believe. Wait, what altar?
Who could have known?
The tracking back, we went to the Hirnai house, and they had an altar to a Daedra, another Daedra. Did we know that? We
You
discovered
knew who it was to.
We knew who it was to, whose name is escaping me at this moment. I must admit, I am
Aaron's
very-
Dagon.
That one.
Oh no.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
the correct reaction.
Would you, yeah. Do you
no,
have any
you
more?
don't understand.
Then why don't you enlighten us?
Sigil stones are how permanent gates to oblivion are opened. Specifically to Mehrunes Dagon's realm.
Fuck.
Oh,
No, I don't like that.
that's
You
wonderful.
shouldn't. I don't know
That's
if you
just
know
great.
what's going on in Cyrodiil, but Oblivion gates have begun to open up.
Excuse me?
Yes.
Since when? How long ago did these start?
6, 7 days ago, I think is when we detected the first one.
Right after
They're
I
being
left.
closed slowly,
God damn it.
but more pop up as it goes. We believe that Mehrunes Dagon is invading, trying to. The death of the Emperor. It's no coincidence.
Huh.
Ooh.
Well,
I would be
shite.
really unlucky if it was a
It
coincidence.
seems that I would wager that the root was simply a protective charm to get here.
So
It
you didn't.
as you saw, it appears to nullify magic.
So you didn't just push him out.
So he left here with the thing that he wanted all along.
What about these?
Don't know why he would take the spear. That doesn't seem to fit into anything, but it sounds like maybe he needs great Daedric power to power the sigil stone.
Is it not powered by itself?
When it's
How do
not
these things
in the realm
work?
of Oblivion, you have to, in order for it to work, you have to put magicka into it.
Hmm.
We were experimenting with it not to open a gate to Oblivion, but to understand its transplanar properties.
So he's looking for a power source still, because we
Took
possibly.
his. I don't know where he would go.
That's what your friends are working on.
Hopefully.
How long do you think that'll take?
Shouldn't be much longer. There is... Kat, he looks over towards you.
Yes.
You're a blade, yes?
Yes.
Are you aware of any
Spit it out.
political coups happening or new groups vying against the Emperor?
Well, here in House for one. At least since I started and got here.
I mean, in the Empire. And it would be powerful.
Do I know any goat? Either ones that have been recently squashed down, that were just whispers when I left.
Not that you recall. All of the kind of threats that you had heard were external. They were from the provinces. They were elsewhere.
Well, not when I left. That doesn't change anything in the last week or so. It also doesn't stop any quiet internal scheming from those in the Elder Council that we just haven't caught on to yet.
I fear sanguimancy was only ever studied by non-vampires in the Imperial City.
Yes, that is correct. Until right before I was born, they confiscated all the work. Where it went to, I don't know, but my guess is whoever did the confiscating and holding on to, that might be our best bet, but that's outside my scope of knowledge and right before my time.
Well, it was confiscated by the Elder Council, sealed away in their vaults.
Yeah, but you know how many people are part of the Elder Council?
Several, for sure, certainly.
More than several.
However, what was discovered that day was the very nature of sanguimancy is to take your life to power abilities from another realm. One of the students of the Mages College, went too far, killed himself and several other people by overcasting a spell.
Fools.
One of the people involved was a child of one of the Elder Council members.
Do you know which council member?
I don't recall. As you said, there are several. I just know that that was the catalyst. They took it and they sealed it. No one has studied, or at least openly studied, sanguimancy since.
Goat.
Yes.
Out of character question. This is a question about how magic works in Elder Scrolls. Are there long-range communication spells?
Not without very powerful artifacts to assist.
You wouldn't have a way to send messages over long distances, would you?
We generally try to stay out of communication.
That wasn't an answer to my question. Do you or do you not?
We do not.
Thank you.
My point. Breaking into the vaults of the Elder Council is not something that just any thief could do. I imagine it would give pause to the Grey Fox himself. The level at which he could wield those abilities, he's been practicing that for years. This wasn't simply a son came home and was angry at the state of things. This is a long-standing plot. The other way to power a sigil stone, well, not power a sigil stone, to weaken the veil so that a only slightly powered stone could work, would be if you had an Elder Scroll. And because we monitor powerful magics that come through the Isles, I know a scroll landed in the port on Somerset Isle earlier today. It is possible that an envoy of the Moth Priests, or I don't know who would be coming here, probably a political meeting in wake of the death of the Emperor, going to all the provinces. Why they would have a scroll with them, we don't know.
Goat, for those of us who do not always play Elder Scrolls, what exactly is an Elder Scroll?
Elder Scrolls are, and this is common mythos.
Old paper.
Elder Scrolls are scrolls, literally scrolls, that no one knows where they came from. They exist in and outside of time simultaneously. Reading one, only the Moth Priests know a particular set of rituals and preparations to read one and not go blind from the knowledge you gain afterwards.
Yikes.
They're not written in any known language, and usually when you read one, you see extreme hallucination and visions, and that's how you gain the knowledge of the Elder Scroll. Elder Scrolls have been implied to be a part of magic rituals from anything and everything. Any mysterious event, the Great Warp in the West would be the most recent one. The powering of the Numidium by the Emperor forming the Empire. All of those are rumored to have Elder Scrolls involved. They are extremely powerful and a mystery. Not even those who worship the Nine Divines have a real understanding of if the Nine created them, or if they're from Daedra, or if they're from Lorcan, or something even older.
Well, call it a gut feeling, but that's my guess on where he's headed next.
I would like to ask Bashir.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
I would, while I'm gathering my cheeses, because it's rude to just leave cheese on the floor, Unless, do you want the cheese? I will take the cheese back if you don't want the cheese.
Didn't you offer that to someone already?
Well,
You
but
do
he didn't
notice-
take it. He took a bite.
You do notice that none of the cheeses have bites in them anymore.
Oh.
Regenerative cheese?
We'll never go
So,
hungry again.
10 cheeses plus a special cheese is a lot to just like, we are guests, Cat. Like, that is rude.
Where's the golden lady?
Gone.
Okay.
So yes, as I'm gathering my cheeses, I would like to ask in a tone that would not hopefully be interrupting the other two. If he knows where the bad blood person went, because I don't have words for what just happened.
Can you? Okay.
He has better snoot than I do.
Uh-huh,
He can smell
uh-huh.
all sorts of things. And he is a much bigger fan of blood than I am.
You don't have the ability to understand animals, do you?
Nope. Just good animal handling. Well,
He
reasonable animal
Just
handling.
sort of like nudges at you, but he's not purring anymore.
Okay. I will pet his good little ear, and I will hold out my hand for the root, please. Thank you.
I will hand it to you.
Thank
Did
you.
I?
I made promise to the matron lady. Plus, when we sleep, I will probably be sleeping with Bashir, and two are probably better than one.
Okay.
I mean, you're super good.
If you do get tired of watching it or need a break, let me know and I will jump in.
Absolutely. Thank you.
But I've heard Ragna ask Bashir this question.
Ragnar, were you being particularly quiet?
You know Ragna, even if she's trying not to interrupt the other two, it's not like she's being super covert.
Even in
about
your
it.
exhausted state,
Mm-hmm.
Aoife, you do hear Ragna asking Bashir questions. You don't fully hear what the questions are, but it doesn't seem just like who's a good boy.
Mm-hmm. Ragna, do you want me to ask your cat whatever it is that you're asking your cat?
Oh yeah, sure. If that would be great.
What are you asking the good boy Bashir?
Oh, I was just wondering if with his super good smelling skills, he could tell where the blood went with the
Oh.
stuff.
Yeah. Bashir? No, use my speak with animals ability.
Bashir looks over at you.
Hi. You are incredibly powerful. And thank you for your help. Do you know how to find trace this bloody fellow?
No.
Hmm.
But we must.
You and I are in agreement about that.
He is my purpose.
Oh. Well then. We should most definitely find him then. Thank you. Ragnar?
Yeah,
Yes.
hi. And I'm still stroking his little soft
Right.
ear. It's very large ear, but
Yeah, very large. So your cat, Bashir, the great and powerful Bashir.
that's
Has-
not his title, although that is true.
Right. Kant doesn't seem to know how to track our good friend. But he does say that it is that our good friend is his purpose.
Oh,
I think you have that in common, Tyrell. So yeah, we should try and definitely find him.
that's good. If that is what Bashir wants, then I am glad that we agreed to go.
Seemed very insistent about it.
In the meantime,
Sometimes he gets a way about him.
we should rest until we get an answer from the other monks.
Yeah.
I could send some of my friends out, but
Are the werewolves still here, by the way?
oh,
They're
they
very
are.
quiet. They're very quiet.
How good are their sniffers?
They're not bad. Boys. You did very well on the hunt today. I have another favor. Another hunt.
mistress.
Thank you. We are trying to find the one at that bloody Hiranai fella that you were attacking. He has disappeared, as I'm sure you saw. Hunt him.
Oh,
And tell us, and tell us where he is, please.
Our time in Mundus grows short. But we
Should I call on-
can.
Thank you. I could call on some of our other brethren to do it, if necessary.
That is your will, mistress.
You are
Do what you
noting
can.
they are taking on a much more respectful tone at the moment.
I do have my hands wrapped around the spear of bitter mercy at this moment in time. Great. Do what you can. Report back anything you find.
We done.
And they just tear off running.
Thank you, boys. Ugh.
I look at the rest of the group and at our lovely monk friend,
Arantir?
Arantir, yes. Is there anything else you would like to talk about? I have my compatriots I would like to speak to if our business is done.
Until we know more. Sorry. About where. No, I'm going to meditate on this.
Okay. I wait till
Then you're muted if you're trying to talk.
I wait till he leaves.
Let's say, will you, if you need to, will you please wake us?
Of course.
Thank you.
Is there anywhere you would like us to specifically stay as we rest?
The monk. He motions again, and two more monks come forward. They will show you where you can rest.
Okay.
The monks will take you all down a hallway that you didn't actually notice was there before. In fact, you're pretty sure that wall was solid. But there's a hallway. And they bring you to these rooms that, again, as with the rest of this place, is adorned in runes and sigils and particular flames and braziers. But they're a bit nicer. Some gold trimming here and there. The beds actually look comfortable. And there are 4 beds and then a very large mat.
After the monks leave us, I will start taking off my armor and, cleaning armor, weapons, etc. I wanted to pick all of your brains, if you don't mind. Don't look at me like that, Ragna. It's a figure of speech.
Oh, okay.
I know, Ragna, you work for the Fighters Guild. Aoife, you used to work for the Fighters Guild. Tyr, I don't know shit about you, but who knows? You might know something.
I think I'm like a free agent now, probably.
You've still been with the Fighters Guild, and the Fighters Guild is hired for a variety of clients. Who knows what you might have seen or who you might have worked for that might be useful.
Do any of you have any ideas on the question that Arantir
Arantir.
asked about any interior coups, people who might be trying to overthrow the Emperor, or possibly, which is most concerning considering the blood magic of the Hiranai man, on who might have been able to gain access to that forbidden magic that was locked away.
Hey, hi, DM. Would I know anything about that? Would I have heard anything before I left?
Or even several years ago, because he's been practicing this for years.
Yeah. My organization knows a lot of stuff.
Yeah,
So.
okay. You were talking to Vincente, and he mentioned this was about 7 years ago. So you'd have probably been an executioner at this point. Mentioned that he was having trouble maintaining his composure. That normally the potions and supply that he has was fine, but he found it very difficult. As if something is pulling on his being and his essence and inciting that craving. He noted that it was worst when he was near the Imperial City. And he explained this to you as a reason why he was going to take on the role of keeper. Well, assistant keeper, and go out on less contracts for now.
I don't know any names, but something has definitely been brewing.
How long?
Years.
That tracks. But no names, unfortunately.
No, something about the Imperial City. Something's been brewing.
Shit. Aoife, Ragna?
I mean, there's one very obvious name, I think, that no one is mentioning for some reason.
Do enlighten.
And she's going to pull out one of her books. Pelinal Whitestrake, obviously. I mean, he has so many skills, and like,
I don't get
yeah,
the joke. What is
he
this?
could. I just mean that, like, it wouldn't be out of the question for him to do something like this on a lark, maybe. And like,
who is this?
there's always a chance for him to come back.
Goat, who is this?
Okay, that's an important part. Pelinal Whitestrake is a champion of the Nine Divines who died a couple hundred years ago. Was not a mage in his own right. Nothing, like just a dude that the gods favored because of his loyalty, and he is dead. Has
But
been.
sometimes he comes back. He was at the queen's side.
Ragna, so
He
you're
wasn't really back, but
you're suggesting that a champion of Aedra, of good forces, is practicing forbidden blood magic?
oh, have I got some books for you, my friend? He is not always good. Sometimes he does very bad things.
We'll leave that as a backup hypothesis. How about that, Ragna?
Okay, yeah, I just, don't strike it off just yet.
I won't. We'll keep it in the back pocket for now. How about that? Aoife?
What? Sorry. Just thought. No, what?
I was just asking if you had any thoughts or leads, if you've heard anything. Perhaps from your prince, or at any point when you were in the Fighters Guild? Some
I
interesting
mean-
contracts?
Yes, I was very well respected in the Fighters Guild, and I certainly did a lot of contracts while I was there. No,
Had to ask, cover all bases.
we're sort of. I tend to not leave the woods particularly often, and as far as I can tell, Harsing does not seem to involve himself in political machinations. So, your guess is as good as mine.
Fuck.
Jim, is there something I would remember from my actual time in the Fighters Guild or any of my jobs that might seem relevant? Especially considering all the weird things that have already turned up.
Not your just conspiracy theories.
The job a year ago, where you were kicked out of the Fighters Guild. Those relics, the ones that you saw in the Hiranai tomb, when you acquired them, your drop-off point was in the Imperial City. You don't remember, there's not really much to remember about the particular drop-off. You went to a pretty modest house. Were given a code name that you assume, because it was kind of ridiculous. And the person showed up, handed you a large sack of money, and you turned over the relics. You went back to the guild. They said, "Job well done," and that was really the end of it.
Well, and they fired me.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
just
Job well done on,
You're fired.
you know.
right.
You have been excommunicated.
Good job. Your reward is fuck off.
You're being kicked out.
I was like,
Jeez.
wait, how good of a job?
The code name that you were given was
Thank you for having one, because I was gonna have to
Oh no, yeah.
absolutely
one.
make one up. off the
Um,
top of my head.
was white gold echelon.
Goldie to their friends, I assume.
You can only assume.
Excuse me. Okay, Cat. I have been thinking, and I know we said maybe on the White Straight thing, but what if?
What if?
What if?
What if?
There was a weird thing. Sometimes Bashir's he sheds and the hair gets caught in my throat. So excuse me. There was a weird thing. I was in the Imperial City like a year ago.
Mm-hmm.
It's not really my style. I didn't really like it.
You and me both.
But there were some artifacts in the tomb earlier with all the dead people I was supposed to protect. Maybe you remember. I'm trying not to, but that's fine. So does the name White Gold Echelon mean anything to you?
Does it mean anything to any of us, Goat?
Well, white gold certainly means something.
Okay.
The tower that is the center of the Imperial City, huge, massive, like 700-800 feet tall.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of can't miss it.
There's just a spire in the middle of this city,
Yeah.
just
You can
shooting up
see it
the
from
clouds.
all over
Straight
the
up in the
province.
middle of the city.
Yeah.
Yep. It is one of the Adric Towers. There are 3 of them, supposedly where the gods stood as they created Mundus.
Okay.
The one in the Imperial City is known as the White Gold Tower.
Now, is the tower do people live there, or is it just like a holy site, or?
The Emperor lives in the White Gold Tower, and the Elder Council meets in the White Gold Tower.
And more importantly, Helena Whitestrake.
That's our backup. That is our...
No. Near the White Gold Tower, the Mid-Year Massacre. It all ties together, Kat. That's what I'm saying.
Well, we have nothing to prove whatever direction we decide to chase.
Anyway, no, so, okay. But going back to my other third thing, I think maybe the people who were involved in that first delve, not like my first, but
the one that with the relics.
Yeah. I think maybe they weren't quite so good, and maybe might have been involved, sort of.
Unfortunately, that doesn't tell us much other than what we already know.
And that they were connected to the Hiranai.
Regardless, the only people that would have had reasonable access to the blood magic would be the Elder Council, which was something we already knew. This is just a more slight confirmation, but doesn't really narrow it down. Elder Council's huge. No, I already rolled. Go ahead, sorry. I'm talking out loud and reminiscing and thinking out loud.
As you noodle on this information, thinking about the counselors and who would have access and this and that, you do recall one of the last times you were home.
Home as in the Imperial City, or like home?
Home.
Oh, I don't go there a lot at all.
One of the last times you were there, it was in the middle of dinner. A knock came at the door. Your father got up, went to the door. You heard a bit of an argument, and you were always a bit nosy, which has been a boon to you in your current job. You didn't hear much because your mother was very insistent that you stay and leave your father at work. He's a very important man. He does many things.
Spit on the floor as she says that.
But what you remember is your father saying, "Now is not the time. The echelon will gather tomorrow."
Mother bitch. Well, I got a slight lead.
Oh, do tell.
Oh yeah, fucking great. Not a big one, and doesn't really do much because we're not in the Imperial City. But the Rhiannon family probably is involved. Fuck.
The who?
It's one of the families in the Imperial City. Part of the Elder Council.
The Rhiannon family?
Rhiannon.
Rhiannon.
Do you need me to spell
Never
it?
heard of them.
Are you gonna
I'm
write
not
it down?
going to
Okay, I didn't think so.
No, I'm not going to write it down. Aoife is literally like she crashed as soon as she got into the room on a bed and is like lying flat on her back at this moment in time.
But it doesn't really do much because we don't have the time to go back to Cyrodiil. And unless any of them are here, which we don't know who has the Elder Scroll, and who maybe find out tomorrow. I'm like more angrily scrubbing at my armor and cleaning my weapons at this lovely piece of information.
Okay, so we have names, but what does that mean now? We're here on the islands. We can't go to the Imperial City.
Like I said, it doesn't mean shit.
Right.
Unless they're here.
Oh.
It's a possibility. But we won't know until we get off this damn island.
A whole lot of coincidence going on.
Yeah. Tell me. Tell me
So
about it.
strange.
Maybe we ask.
Ask who?
Our lovely guests here.
Our
Definitely
hosts.
can.
Hosts, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm tired.
Yeah.
You and me both.
Tired, dirty, hungry.
A knock comes at your door. At the door of the room you all are in.
Speak of the Daedra.
Come in.
It's not Aaron's here, but it is one of the other monks that was with him.
Hello.
Lord Arantius sends regards. He collapsed and is very tired. We were able to track some strange magics. It's hard to pinpoint because of where it is.
You say Imperial City, I swear.
No. It's here it's over on Somerset.
Good.
It's coming from the Crystal Tower.
Well, that doesn't bode well.
Yeah, it's not good at all.
What's at the Crystal Tower?
Aoife, you actually probably wouldn't know.
Yeah, probably not.
No. Mare, you would be aware that the Crystal Tower is another tower like the White Gold Tower, named for the large translucent crystal at the top.
Another fancy tower, part of mythos, with gods curating the world, etc., but here on Somerset.
Lots of towers. Should have figured.
That's our next stop.
Sounds like.
Ragna laughs and turns it into a cough.
Well, how late does it go?
It's pretty late in the evening. The sun had already set by the time the battle had ended, and you all been talking for a bit now. It's about time for bed, really.
And how close is the Crystal Tower to where they sensed the arrival of the Elder Scroll?
That is a great question.
And was that the only Elder Scroll that they felt?
Oh,
in
yeah.
the
Yeah,
Isles?
yeah.
Okay.
The existence of more than one Elder Scroll at a time anywhere is just a ridiculous notion. Not that, in one of the games you don't have 3 at one point. I don't know where this stupid tower is.
Guesstimate.
Okay, it's
The
a
south.
northern. It's on the northern part of Somerset. So you guys have seen it.
That's right, north, yeah.
But how close is it to where the Elder
Oh,
Scroll?
opposite side of the island. Will take you a while to get to.
They might have griffins that are still looking for us.
I would prefer not to deal with the griffins again. Didn't you get sick last time you got grabbed?
Oh, both times. It was terrible.
Yeah, let's not. I don't think Bashir would like to be flown. So we have a decision to make. Crystal Tower or try and go look for this scroll so he can't use the egg. Unless there's another... Is there anything at the tower that might be able to be used? In any sense? Not just...
All of the towers are weirdly magical. They're all also inhabited and used. So they're not always dangerous. The magic's part of them. They were built... Some say it's where the gods stood. Others say that only the Adamantine Tower was built by the gods.
Sorry, I have to...
You're fine. Imagine it as a pet emergency. That's fine. So, if you guys are watching us, that's real cool, and we appreciate it.
How
Who
about those
wants to
sponsors?
tell these lovely folks about some of our sponsors?
Found familiar coffee, yo.
I am very
Oh, my
sorry.
mug.
Cat getting into trouble.
It's coffee.
It's delicious
It's coffee and it's delicious. And they have super cool merch and stuff, and all of their coffee has great artwork, and it definitely keeps me going through some of the streams, and will definitely keep me going in my next stream that I get to be on this channel.
And it's all D&D blend
Inspired?
inspired.
Sure is.
Plus, they're just good people that run
And
it.
they're- yeah.
Very good people. We like them a lot.
Anyway, I'm
Campaign coins
sorry.
too. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, it's good.
Continuing on.
Towers inhabited, used, weirdly magical.
Yeah, you would be aware that they were actually probably built by one of the older elven civilizations called the Aldmeri. At least the Imperial City one and the one here, to mimic the Adamantine Tower. So those two, the magics aren't as common, but there's something to them.
But nothing specific that might be of note.
Not that you know of.
Just to clarify, we said that that's where the weird thing's coming from, but the Elder Scroll was sensed somewhere else.
So that is where the trail of blood magic and them tracking the sigil stone led to.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
The Elder Scroll was sensed also on the Isle of Somerset.
But on the opposite end.
Not opposite, just not at the same place.
How long?
At one of the eastern ports. Hard to say.
And travel time between there to the tower? By mount?
Well, they said they sensed the Elder Scroll arrive this morning.
Okay.
So could possibly already be at the tower. They didn't make any mention of tracking the scroll or where it was.
But we don't
I think
even...
we go to the tower,
And we also don't know where they're heading with this scroll.
but we know that he's weakened
Yeah.
right now. And if he's at the tower,
No, you're right.
Mhm.
If he's at the tower, we're at the tower, but I would like to get an updated location on the scroll before we leave.
if we can, yeah.
Yeah.
But I leave at first light.
No, I agree.
After nap. Nap is very important.
If we don't take rest, Aoife's more useless with her exhaustion.
Yeah. We
yes.
sleep, then we leave.
I apologize.
For what?
Well, that I can't go right away, because normally that would be...
We haven't slept in forever. It is not your fault.
It is
Aoife.
no weakness to take a rest and recover.
I mean, you did call her more useless, sort of implying she's actually
Sorry.
useless.
Well,
but-
that I apologize for.
Yeah, it's all right, Ragnar. I have learned to not let it get my feelings hurt as easily. At least I
You're-
try. But yeah. No, my inclination would be to go as soon as possible while he is still weakened, but I don't think that is wise in this particular instance.
I mean,
No, I agree. I'm not doing the best. I don't think most of us are doing the
how
best.
are
right
we
now.
getting back anyway?
Right, that.
I was going to. Is the monk still there? My
I
guess.
mean, We could sleep on the ship.
Like, it's like we could
I don't-
expedite.
Well, these are also very powerful magic users who have a habit of essentially wrecking any other ship that comes to this location. So my guess is they can at least
Yeah.
supply us a way back.
Well, I think Tyrrell's point is maybe if they have like a ferry person, that maybe we just gather our things and they don't really want us here anyway. And we just nap on our way.
Back to the mainland. Not mainland, but the Isles.
The island, yeah.
I'm fine with whatever. As long
Maybe
as
they have like a fancy magic boat that could just take us to the other side of the island.
do you want
Not this island, the Somerset.
do you want
I'm
me
gonna
to
poke
just
my head out the door.
inquire now?
Tell you what,
Who's in the hallway?
you figure it out. I'm going to sleep here as long as possible. Come wake me when you figured it out.
Good idea. I will go with you, Tyrell. Let these two rest.
Yeah, I'm asleep too.
We'll be back.
I hope so.
You walk down the hallway a bit. You do run into a monk, not terribly long later.
Perfect.
Ah, yes. Is there something that you all need?
Yes, I was wondering how you planned on getting us off this island and back to Somerset.
Oh, we were going to drop you off on our way out.
Means of transportation? What are they?
The island.
Are you gonna magically drop us off, or do you have a ship?
Magically.
Okay.
Unfortunately, we're working on it. The sigil stone was part of this research.
If we could leave now, we would.
Unfortunately, this particular ritual requires Arantir's magical abilities,
And he needs to rest.
and he is unwell at the moment. A rest of the night, he should be fine. I don't know that we can get you all the way there, but we can get you a significant distance northward.
Well as getting us as far as you can you also locate the current location in the morning where the Elder Scroll is? If you
The
can-
Elder Scroll appears to be at the Doreni estate.
Hmm.
Currently,
Yes.
and it hasn't moved.
It arrived there early afternoon and has not moved since.
In the morning, if you can let us know if it's still there, that would be appreciated.
Of course.
And just as quickly as we can get there would be wonderful.
Is the Doreni estate closer to the tower than the port town that was in?
Yes.
Okay. Might be a possible location to do a stop there, depending.
Yeah.
Fuck everything. All right. Might as well get some rest.
Yep.
I head back to the room.
Okay.
Yep.
You
Sleep
all
time.
lay down for rest, yes?
Yes, long rest.
Ragna.
Yes, hi, hello, I am Ragna.
Your dreams come in and out like normal. And then you're not sure if you're asleep. You're not sure if you're awake. There is a sound behind you. It's a rumbling sound. Deep. It's Bashir. As you turn, it's a kitten. And you realize you're in that tomb. What happened has already happened in this vision as well. It's a very overwhelming sight, but then things turn back and turn back again and continue going to well before the two of you ever arrived. And a man is now in the tomb, going around and placing the artifacts you were sent to find. Two other men enter. Their features aren't very distinctive. Maybe Nordic, maybe Breton, maybe Imperial. It's hard to tell. But they kind of nod to each other. And all that you sort of garbled speech, like you're listening through water, almost. Kitten Bashir nudges your ankles towards them. What do you do?
I'll follow. I'll
Okay.
go where he nudges.
He pushes you closer, and as you get closer, the sounds get clearer. How do we know this will work? This is quite risky. Well, it has to be that one. She's paired with one of the Harbingers. Somehow. It's fine. The Echelon has made plans for this. The Hiranai family will do their part, and we will have a Harbinger at our disposal. And then everything gets fuzzy and pulls back. Just as the vision starts to fade, the man that was placing the relics turns, and you see just the slightest hint of some large, to call it a necklace seems diminutive. It's this huge thing that drapes around his shoulders and meets this large pendant in the center. And then you're back to your regular dreams. Your night of rest is peaceful, all things considered. Aoife. Rest came very quickly to you.
Sure did.
In fact, before Kat and Tyrell had even finished opening the door, you had said that you were going to sleep here while you could, and to let you know and come wake you up, and then you were unconscious.
Accurate.
Your rest feels like the greatest comfort you've ever known. You're used to a hard life in the wilds, hunting, moving, foraging, fending for yourself. This is not plush, not lavish by civilized standards, but the air at night is warm and dry. It's nice. You don't need to wrap yourself in heavy furs, and you're not sweating through the summer. The sky is clear. There's a light breeze. There's no strange animals or screaming bugs to keep you awake. It's nice. And then a hand comes on your shoulder. You have done well, my mistress.
Mm.
He
Thank
walks
you.
around you, and there stands Hircine.
Hello, friends.
You
I
have
got the
earned
spear
your
back.
title in blood, and you've earned your title in deed.
Thank you. I couldn't have done
only-
it without my pack, but
Indeed, indeed. There's only one thing left.
what's that?
He's not dead. Your
Thought as
hunt
much.
isn't over. I will give you one gift now, and another when your hunt is finished. And he reaches down, and you realize you're holding the spear. You are holding the spear. And he runs one finger across the blade, and this dark reddish light comes down from the tip through your arm and into you, and you feel awakened in ways you've never known. Your senses are sharper than even when you are in your full werewolf form. The spear is yours until the hunt is over. Do not waste my gift.
May I be struck down first.
Now,
Prince, this is too much. Thank you.
no, it is exactly enough. Your quarry has strange powers. Why should the hunter be ill-equipped? Now, I believe there is a feast. As you turn, bestial attendants, the kind that you know to serve your scene, begin walking in with food and wine and drink.
Oh, well, now.
The dream continues. Maybe it's a dream? He simply listens to your stories. He wants to know what happened. He wants to hear of the battle.
I will tell him everything in great detail. Maybe a little bit of exaggeration, but not too much, just for flavor.
Sure. And that goes on until you wake up. And that's where we're going to take a break. Thanks, everybody, for watching the first half. Stick around, check out our sponsors, get some food, get a drink, stretch, check your posture, pet your animals, and we will be back here in a couple minutes.
Oh baby, I love your madness.
Welcome to our Patreon. Here on Open for Adventure, we are making high quality Dungeons and Dragons content, folks. We have a great big world to share with you, and by becoming a patron, you can help us explore and expand upon this adventure. With your support, we can invest in more amazing artwork, better mics, fancy cameras, and overall stream quality. Not to mention, help us get some amazing new merch that we can use for giveaways. What do you get by becoming a patron? I'm so glad you asked. Let's take a look at the different levels and give you a sneak peek at what you can get at each tier. Did you know that the family of the First Lord Theo, the leader of the rebellion against the Empire, actually invented firearms nearly 25 years prior to the current campaign? The designs for this high-tech weapon are the Delaney family's best-kept secret. Also, they were originally invented by the late First Lady Victoria, Theo's mother. Access to lore leaks like this is what you can expect from the first tier, written in blog-style posts after each weekly session. Ever wondered what goes on off-camera? The next 3 tiers give you exactly that. With Stolen Moments, you can get access to text-based roleplay moments, highlighting experiences that don't make it onto the stream, like Leona's training session with Ray and Asmrin. Stolen Moments Plus gives you access to roleplay moments featuring our guests, non-player characters, and historical figures, featuring the likes of Marshall, Annalena, and even the Empress herself. And Roleplay Addiction takes us to a whole other level. This tier gives you exclusive 30-minute videos of canon interactions not otherwise seen on stream, like late-night drunken interactions between paladins or tender moments featuring your favorite character ships. the Warm Fuzzies is super simple. It's everything I've listed so far, and also you get your name on stream after our weekly regular sessions. Every session. And our undying love. And finally, the most epic of all Patreon tiers. Drum roll, please. The Lore Master. This ultimate and final tier gets you first look access at all of the content going into our upcoming, official, Open for Adventure campaign setting. Lore, maps, monsters, items, dungeons, dragons. Go ahead, have a look around, make yourself at home, and consider becoming a patron to help us make this fantasy world a little bit closer to reality.
Oh, hi! My name is Expresslove. I'm the Senmarian god of coffee. Did you know that in Senmaria, every cup of coffee is made with found familiar coffee beans? That's canon. In Senmaria, every cup of coffee is good coffee because it's made with love by Found Familiar. Did you know that every bag of Found Familiar coffee features artwork from incredible members of the tabletop gaming community? That's canon. Each blend and roast of Found Familiar coffee features cool D&D names like Thieves' Cant, Face Step, and Pact Magic. In Senmaria, every royal meeting that Ray attends features the Cartographer's Blend, a brew of coffee made by Found Familiar in conjunction with Devin Rue. Now that's canon. Found Familiar coffee. Buy it today.
Cut me to pieces, yeah, I need it. Want your pandemonium. The limit of love is endless, I know. Just do what you want with me. Yeah, I want it all. Could care less. The car want your pandemonium. Oh baby, I love your madness. It's so incredibly beautiful. Oh, you shine like gold, so selfless to all, and wild like an animal. Some would say I'm insane in the right in a way, but I just love to play in your fun and your games. Always hungry for more, that's just how I was born. Take me somewhere I don't know, and give me your freedom. Whoa, you love me to pieces, yeah, I need it. Want your pandemonium, life is so easy. Whoa, you love me to pieces, yeah, I need it. Want your pandemonium. The limit of love is endless, I know. Just do what you want with me. Yeah, I want it all. Could care less the cost. I give you my everything. Some would say I'm insane in the right in a way, but I just love to play in your fun and your games. Always hungry for more, that's just how I was born. Take me somewhere I don't know, and give me your freedom. Whoa, you love me to pieces, yeah, I need it. Want your pandemonium, life is so easy. Whoa, you love me to pieces, yeah, I need it. Want your pandemonium.
And we're back.
Welcome back. We had just left off at pretty much all of you finding a good night's sleep. You awaken the next morning, ready to go.
I'm packed, I am armored, I am armed.
Do I still have one level of exhaustion?
I think you recover one per long rest.
I mean, yeah, that's the rule.
Just one. I mean, I know that's
Finishing a long
mechanically how that
rest.
works. I'm just
Yep,
wondering if.
reduces your exhaustion by 1, so you have 1 level of exhaustion.
But you have a dope spear.
You have a dope spear.
Yeah, totally. Hashtag worth it. All right, let's see if we can go find our transport back to the main aisle.
Okay, you head out into the main part of the monastery, and you kind of expected. I mean, you're up early.
Oh yeah, definitely. If anyone wasn't
The
up early,
monks
they
are-
were pushed awake early.
The monks are already up at 'em, running around. There's not a breakfast happening here.
I've got rations.
One of them sees you all.
Oh, good. You're here. Excellent. Right up the stairs.
I follow.
And he's like pointing. Go.
Yep. Got it.
As you go up the stairs, you kind of realize that these are the stairs that Arantir brought you down in a bubble earlier. Ascend, and you find yourself back in that same room. Now you're beginning to understand that this is Arantir's study.
We were flung into his study.
Huh? It looked a little different last night. As you're starting to realize, this place changes a lot based on need. Whereas it was a pretty bare room last night, now there are books, there are alembics, and there are all sorts of things around. Most notably in the center is this very large... It has a wide base. It comes up into a pillar. It has all these arms that come off of it, holding different purple, pinkish crystals, a few dark blue, maybe black ones. And you see Errantier like positioning them, turning and twisting and just sort of fiddling with it. Are you ready?
Are you?
Will be momentarily. It appears the closest I'm going to be able to get you all on our way. It's a little less than an hour south of the Durrani estate.
Is the Elder
Are you familiar with that area?
Yes. Is the scroll still at the Durrani estate?
I see you were given updates. No, the scroll is on the move.
Fuck. Where? What direction?
There are many roads in that area leading to many different towns, but it is heading northwest. Which is the direction of the Crystal Tower.
God damn it.
Oh, move, not moon. That makes things significantly easier.
It does. It does.
Then we better get a move on. It sounds like this scroll.
A moon on, even.
A moon on. Yeah. Not that kind of werewolf. Yeah. Sounds like we're all headed the same direction.
Indeed.
Maybe a quick detour to the estate to see who dropped it off. And then following it, maybe catching up. Maybe we can borrow some horses from the Durrani. Most of our mounts are still at the stable.
That is true.
I'm sure our good friend at the Durrani estate might be able to give us some information.
Hopefully.
Sure hope so.
Anything that you all need before we make our way?
I'm good. I got what I came for.
Excellent.
You aren't leaving any fancy cheeses behind, are you?
No, we are not.
Okay, good. Just checking.
And we're not really leaving anything behind. You'll figure it out. Oh, last word, as once I start this, there won't be really any time for conversation. If this man has the Sigil Stone and the Elder Scroll by the time you get there, proceed with caution.
Caution and swiftness. Got it.
What he could accomplish in mere seconds with those two is unfathomable. The scrolls are so chaotic by their nature.
Well, can the scroll only be used once?
No. Well, sort of. Usually you can only read it once because of the blindness and occasionally madness that they impart. However, one scroll can be used multiple times. It is theorized that each scroll has a specific purpose and only appears in the timelines in the vault when it's supposed to be there. It's very fascinating. So I should really get... One of our brothers is a scroll lore specialist.
Yeah, this is
great.
really
Is this
interesting.
applicable to what we are going to be trying to accomplish?
No.
Oh, well... He'll still be very weak. That spell was definitely sanguimancy, and I imagine in order to get that kind of energy, he must have killed 3 or 4 people and then even so, it would still cost a heavy toll on himself.
Tracks.
People. Okay.
Does he need to kill more to recharge, so to speak?
It'd be just
No.
anybody, or like.
It doesn't particularly matter who. However, no, Sanguimancy does not restore the user. That's not within its. It takes. So his rest will have to be more traditional. I'm simply advising head-on confrontation may not be your best avenue. But you all are very capable. I leave that. He twists one thing, and he grabs at one of these sort of dark, purplish black crystals. I leave that in your hands. And this blue light comes from his hand into the crystal, and then the entire thing lights up and begins to spin. The sensation that follows is one that you have never experienced and likely will never experience ever again. It is... You feel like you're nowhere and everywhere at the same time. You feel like you are free falling through the sky and also being crushed against a wall. The sensations are simultaneous and separate and rapid. When you finally come back to and you feel the world normal again, you're standing on a road.
As soon as we're there, I immediately take my water skin and hand it to Ragna. Because I feel like she definitely has motion sickness at this point.
She is right.
You are all feeling a little woozy.
The details.
Well, I certainly hope I never have to travel like that again. Thank you.
Same.
Yep, that was...
Ragna, how you feeling?
I'll stick to flying, thanks.
Want to go back to bed. But
Nope.
we'll muddle on.
You should
Onward.
mount up on Bashir. To the Durrani estate.
Hey, hopefully at least somebody there will be able to tell us what we're looking for, like who may have this elusive scroll.
Yeah.
We should be quick though.
After a few moments, Elk?
Elk.
Elk
Yep.
wanders out of the forest,
Elk the elk.
seemingly very dizzy.
Oh! How did you get out here?
And just don't know.
Oh,
Assuming you speak with animals.
yes. Sure.
Don't know.
It's okay. It's okay.
Oh, it's your good big boy.
It is. Elk. Elk, I'm very sorry for that. I didn't know they'd be bringing you too. But I'm glad you're here.
I guess. After a moment, seems to gain a bit of stability. Bashir looks back and forth, noticing that Tyrell and Kat don't have a mount at all.
You're so thoughtful.
How long does speak with animals last?
For me, it's a spell that I have at will.
Sure.
So
The spell's at a minute, I think. The spell
yeah,
itself.
probably.
Okay.
You just sort of can do it.
Yeah. Well, this is a moment where maybe you weren't necessarily expecting Bashir
Yeah.
to speak. However, we'll say that you...
10 minutes.
Oh,
Specific.
no, okay, yeah, sure. You definitely still have it up. Jeez. You hear this low growl of a voice Usually Bashir's very clear-spoken. This is
Mm-hmm.
angry. This will not stop us. And Ragna, you just feel Bashir growling. And then suddenly, out from the ground, 2 purple paws break out, crawling from the ground. Out come 2 more, not quite the same kind, but 2 more large sentients. They have solid black coats, but with like broken purple energy, almost like it's pouring out from within them. This is not unlike Lynn's horse, only you're not sure where they came from.
Ragna, not that I'm complaining, but what the fuck?
I have no idea what the fuck is happening anymore. But, 2 new kitties.
Bashir called some friends in as a favor, I'm guessing.
Of
It sounds
course,
like.
why
Not so much guessing is employed heavily.
Okay, good, thoughtful kitty, Bashir. Thank you.
I'm glad Death
Bashir
Daddy is on our
really
side.
wants us to get going.
I'm already
Yep.
on, and I'm already going.
I am right behind you.
Mm-hmm.
These cats are a bit different to ride than horses, so it does take you a moment, but they almost seem to be like shifting their shoulders back and forth to help you figure out the balance as they're running. And you all take off,
Hey, so it's gonna take us at least 10 minutes to get where we're going, right?
at least. Oh god, yes. Yes, please, God, yes.
Yes, Ragna, yes.
You know, I am so grateful for all of you, and that was a very terrible fight. Oh wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. I just think that, like, you know, Tyrell, that was so good that you got to do that thing that you were trying to do. It wasn't your fault that he wasn't like cooperating and staying dead, but you did excellent stabbing again, multiple times, and you know you should be proud of that, and we will get him this time. I am sure of it. But you did do good, and Aoife, you got your spear back, right? And you did so much good work. You called your boys, who were so helpful and not like fighty like that one time. And you just have such a way with Bashir. I know he really likes you. Probably. And I just think you're so clever. So good work with that. Kat, you are so smart. You just think of all these things that I would never think of. Like procedurally, is the word I heard at the Fighters Guild a lot, and I never quite like could figure out. But I think you really have a grasp of that. And without you, I sort of think that we would be. Let's not think about that. Let's just think about you and your fancy sword work. It's kind of hot, if anyone were to ask me. No one did, and I'm sorry if that crossed the line. And Bashir, you good sneaky big kitty. Oh my goodness. I don't know where you came from. I hope it was an okay trip. Thank you so much, you good, smart boy, for helping and not like getting injured, because I don't know what I would do if anything happened to my good big kitty. And you're so strong and you're so brave. Just be smart and take care of yourself, okay? And I did okay too. I mean, I didn't get too sick when I was any of the times I have been in the air, which is a lot lately, and let's not do that again. But I came back to the fight and didn't do anything too terrible. I mean, I asked Shiogorath maybe for some help, which was a choice, but that was trying. I was helping, sort of. And you know what, Elk? You are a good damn deer. You're probably an elk, now that I say that out loud. But you are a good elk. And gosh darn it, people like you. Anyway, are we there yet?
Ragna, I would not sell yourself short. Your quick thinking brought in allies that were very helpful to us. Do not sell yourself short.
Oh, thanks, Cat.
Okay. Yes, Goat.
You all continue your ride.
What was it? 18?
Feeling invigorated and inspired. The levity brought to the situation by Ragna is always, it just, even for you, Tyrell, it just does something for you. You all ride along. You do get to the estate. You are greeted. You are greeted by the head of the guard, who you only met in passing last time. I think, yeah, I did introduce him. Rhinandor. A fairly stocky high elf. Oh yes, you returned.
Yes, just a stop. Quick pit stop. I cannot stay long.
Oh, that's fine. You're unannounced, so that's probably for the best. Who is it that you're here to see?
Lynn?
I don't know that Lady Lindriana is available, but I can inquire.
Somebody who might have some information about the thing that came here yesterday, apparently.
Where have you been?
That's
That's
honestly none of your
very
business.
long
I would
story.
like to talk to Lynn, please.
Suddenly, the security of the estate is in question. What is it that you know?
Some monks told us some stuff about a thing.
Look, we have a good relationship, I would think. You all were here. It was peaceful. You were guests.
Yes.
I would like to
Correct.
continue that. But I'm going to need a bit more than this.
The longer this goes, the longer that we are not able to chase after the Here and I.
As
You
you
and I are
said,
not my concern.
very
the Rennie are.
wisely, the security of the estate is in question. No, not from us. We are cordial at worst, I think. Best worst, minor difference. But there is someone nefarious around who has been here recently, yeah. And we hope everyone is in very good health, and is hopefully all of you are still alive and that 3 to 4 people have not mysteriously died recently. That would make things much harder. Don't look like that. Oh no, did 3 to 4 people actually die recently? That would be very bad.
No.
Good, okay. So,
Here.
excellent. We are trying to prevent
You
that.
sit here.
Oh no.
Yes.
Oh,
as
she's right.
You recall, you brought us
Well,
the information that the Hiranai family, all 3 of them,
Oh yes,
Yes.
that was
Found
like
dead.
2 days ago. This is like last night. What we're trying to say. So we ran into our good friend Ag here and I. He's dealing with some shady shit and is after that thing that y'all had here last night. Now, he's gone to the Crystal Tower. If we don't stop him and also find that thing that was here at the estate last night, he's going to like blow up the world or something. So, I suggest you help us.
Instead of wasting our time questioning us, we can be talking to someone that can do something.
makes this motion, and several guards
Mhm.
come down from the wall and out from the bushes. You will be escorted this time.
Sure.
I mean, fair. Just quick.
Sure.
Let me do this quickly. Thanks.
Let's go. And you go up the winding path into the Durrani estate. When you arrive, you are greeted by the steward. We've spoken to quite a bit last time. Yes. How may I help?
Is this the head or
It's
is
just the steward. It's a person who works at the home.
Right. Hi.
It's not Lynn.
No, I'm not Lynn. Your powers of perception are ever present, Master Tyrrell.
We asked for Lynn.
Well, this is the first I'm hearing of it. And he looks over at Rhinandor. Says, they know a lot.
I don't know why this surprises you. We knew a lot when we showed up the last time.
I'm just staring daggers at.
Yeah, are
Yeah.
they being super shifty? Like
They
we've
seem
discovered
very
their
uncomfortable.
secret,
They seem
and-
very uncomfortable.
The pace at which this conversation
hostile.
is moving is at a turtle's pace.
Not
be quite
hostile,
honest.
just like
just concerned.
uneasy and awkward
Okay.
and yeah.
The pace is much too slow for any of our likings right now, and I would prefer to drop any and all formalities so we can continue tracking and possibly preventing some very, very bad things from happening. So the quicker we go, the quicker we're out.
Oh my god, this has gone on long enough. And out from the house walks Lynn.
Thank Deidre.
Thank you.
I heard the racket you all were causing for quite some ways. Where's Altamir?
Taken out by some griffins. Kidnapped. We don't know where he
Yeah.
is.
Not like taken out like he's
That
around.
seems concerning. I'll see what I can do to find him.
That would be
Hey,
appreciated.
We're in a bit of a
Great.
rush.
We're
Otherwise,
gonna
we
need
would have
him.
done it.
Apparently. Now, what are you here for?
Can we not do this in the middle of your, entryway?
She looks around. Leave! And everyone leaves.
Oh, I knew I liked you.
Yep. Thank you. Someone. Anyway.
Once they're all gone, there was an Elder Scroll here yesterday. It's gone now.
Who
You all
dropped?
are well informed.
Yes, we are.
Who
We're
dropped
trying to
it?
stop the person that's trying to get it.
Angramar.
Angramar here and I.
Angramar here and I is trying to get the Elder. Well, no one dropped it off.
Well, who has it and where is it
It was
heading?
here. It stayed here. Now it's
Yes, it was here.
gone. Perfect.
Usually, when Elder Council members come through Somerset, they stop and speak with us. We are well known.
Who was here?
Councillor Rhianid.
Mother bitch.
Him again. You are so smart, Cat, that you knew it was this group.
Goddamn luck and coincidence that's this one. Fuck that guy.
Well, I
You like
think
to
they
stop
decided
apocalypse with us?
no coincidence.
Apocalypse. What?
What's the egg called? Please.
The sigil stone.
Thank you. I can't stop thinking of it as a goddamn egg. The sigil stone.
Angramar has a sigil stone.
Not familiar?
Oh, great. Okay, cool. He's trying to open gates to Oblivion.
Well, that's already
Specifically, Mehrunes
started.
Dagon. Yes. He's
Yeah.
trying to do it here.
Oh
He's trying
no,
to help.
some on the eastern shore have opened already.
Yeah, we
Shit.
heard.
Only two. They're being
Oh, on the
handled.
eastern shore. That's new. That is new.
Two
Yeah, I
is
didn't
too
know they were
many.
here.
I agree, but I'm sure the Aldemiri Dominion's response will be just fine. They're the ones leading up the charge.
Still, I would prefer not having any more opening up, and we would like to catch up. So now that we know who we're looking for,
Are you saying that the Hiranai lad that you all have been chasing is the one opening portals
He's-
to Oblivion?
He's a sanguimancer,
Oh,
Yeah.
and
it's
he is
true.
in the Crystal Tower.
We saw his blood take the stone egg thing and disappear.
I need to find Altamir.
Oh
Please.
yeah, like
Please.
that would be
This
handy.
explains a few things. All right, I need to find Altamir. Counselor Rionid was here. Had dinner and a lovely breakfast with our family.
How many?
Yep.
How many was he traveling with, please?
He was alone.
What a
That's good.
Yes, it's
Did
good,
he-
but it's concerning and it feels like a trap.
Oh well, I mean, he had
How many guards?
not guards. He had a powerful magical staff with him. I assumed it was enchanted very, very heavily for protection magics. It made me wary of the idea of attacking him.
Did you think about attacking him?
I think about attacking everyone.
Yeah,
Oh,
you get it.
That's fair.
You
Does.
get it. Yeah.
Carol, calm, please. Calm.
What?
Now, he left. He said he had business, was off to meet the Queen. Some sort of political meeting. I'm not sure.
Of course he does.
That would have been southbound, though.
Mm.
According to our information, the scroll is moving northwest
Well,
toward the
I
Crystal
don't know
Tower.
about you, but if I had an Elder Scroll in my possession, I wouldn't just give it to someone. So perhaps
Yeah.
Counselor Reganid is not being entirely honest with us.
Wouldn't
yeah,
be a
it seems
fucking
likely.
first.
The Blades
How-
have many run-ins with the High Counselor.
No, this one just happens to be my father, and he's an asshole.
Oh,
Oh,
Oh.
I'm
It's
sorry.
gonna be fucking great.
oh.
Say that one more time.
okay.
Counselor Rionid is my father, and he's an asshole.
Oh, and you just now decided to tell us that.
I didn't realize it was important. And honestly, that is a facet of my life that has been closed for over a decade. I do not associate myself with him.
You're a counselor's daughter?
Is that a fucking problem?
It's surprising.
Like I
Oh.
said, door closed, blade opportunity open. My priority
Like
is
that door slammed.
priorities are finding the Elder Scroll, having a lovely family reunion, and also if we can squeeze it in, get the Root of Mundus back to the matron.
Yeah. Which we have, by the way.
You all have had quite a day.
Yeah.
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 Been
Say
Right.
that.
I go and spend one day with my bride, and you all are speaking about relics and plots and Elder Scroll. Who are you?
My name's Tyrell.
Cat Emberheart. We've been
Not
over
what I
this.
Not what I meant. Cat Emberheart. Sure.
Yeah, but now we know that that's a lie, though, Cat.
People change their names.
You were once a little house kitty. Oh, Eva, mistress of the hunt. We've met. Badass hunter. Yes.
Well, it was some
doing
time
this?
ago that dear old dad made his way to wherever he was going.
Yeah.
Sure he was.
So
Well,
I will go find Altamir.
you do that.
Thank
We'll
you.
keep moving.
Agreed. Also, I love the cinches. Where did you all pick up this summoning magic?
Ask Bashir.
Ragna's cat is sort of
Big kitty magic.
apparently.
I imagine that here in a few centuries, I'm going to run across a book about several of you, and I will think on it fondly. And she reaches in the ground and pulls her flaming steed, her storm steed, and mounts and rides off.
God, she's so cool.
Is very cool.
Northwest.
Are we
Northwest.
able to drop off the route, or is that in a different direction?
That is southwest of
Fuck.
you all. And
Okay.
as you recall, very difficult to get into that
That's true.
forest.
Probably easier with
That is
the
a secondary
route.
objective right now.
I agree.
But yeah, if it is not on the way, we will just protect it
Yes,
very seriously.
I think we should definitely keep them.
Hopefully
As...
not with our lives.
I agree.
Hey, so door closed. Not asking personal questions. I get it. But I'm guessing, that if we run across a random older, probably dude on the road, you would recognize him. So we're not just jumping any random man that we see.
Unless he's using magic to disguise himself, I will recognize dear old dad.
Okay, well, I wasn't snarky about it, so don't appreciate the tone so much, but okay.
I'm sorry, Ragna.
This
Yeah,
could
it's
come in
okay.
very handy. I mean, I'm sensing that you don't get along with Daryl Dad, so if for some reason we had to take him out, you'd be fine with that.
Gave you that idea.
Please do not murder unwantonly unless it is called for. I'm still a blade, and I still disapprove.
Okay, but the more important question, I think, is how does your father feel about you? Is he going to be all like stabby, magic-y, angry? Or is he going to be like, oh, daughter, I am so glad to see you.
Two things.
Come, give me a hug.
Two things. One, I'm assuming we're doing this while riding.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Sure.
Two, I don't
You're off.
often go home. And I had a very big falling out. What is my father's current demeanor towards me?
Your last interaction with your father was you telling him that you were thinking of signing up for the arena, or maybe the Fighters Guild, or something. You wanted to do something useful with your time,
Yup.
instead of sitting at a desk signing paperwork that no one actually reads.
Yup.
And he laughed at you,
Yup.
said that you had a peasant's dream.
Yup.
You responded.
He can go shove something very pointy up his ass.
And on your way out, he told you that if you left, you were no longer a Rhianid.
Which was fine.
And that if you had a peasant's dream, you could go live a peasant's life.
Cool. We don't talk.
Okay, well, like, statistically, I think maybe that will happen, that you do talk.
God.
Just wondering, like, the climate, maybe if we were going to go in, like, blades drawn, metaphorically speaking, because I sort of have the bow, or if it was a little warmer. But that's okay, let's, you know.
I'm gonna be honest with you, Ragna. I am so drastically different since he last saw me. I don't even know if he's gonna recognize me.
Oh, that's also good to know, though. This is very uncomfortable. I do not like this conversation.
Full disclosure, if I have a feeling he's not gonna like us, and
Yeah.
there's a very
Yeah,
high
very
likelihood
likable.
that I will kill him. I just need you to know that.
Okay,
I mean-
so
I am very charming. Truly.
that's true.
But I'm with Tyrell.
I mean,
He
you're
should be
sharp.
very nice if he wants to avoid that.
He's very pretentious and full of himself.
Yeah, I don't think his chances are high.
Okay, this is going into a dark place. Tyrell, have you seen any good daggers lately? Or
Just mine.
Aoife, have you seen either of the moons lately? Have you been a spider lately?
Have I been Ragna, darling.
Yeah, hi,
I
I
have-
am here. I'm
I
right.
have never been a spider.
She said you've been a spider, though.
But
I
this is also Ragna.
I know. I've never transformed into a spider.
Oh, Not even that one time when you were a spider?
Fine. That one time. That was
Okay.
totally me. I was totally a spider. But no, I cannot normally transform into a spider.
Jim, are we near the northwest now?
Oh, you're talking. I thought you said Jim, and I was
I did
just
too,
curious
but
I also heard Jim.
who you were talking to.
I do-
No, yeah, you guys are coming up on it. It's about 2 hours away. So I mean, you've been chatting and writing and talking and whatnot.
I do pull out some regular manacles out from my bag. I know you all want to go kill Happy, but he will be a valuable
That's-
source of information.
His first name
Oh,
is
I didn't
Happy.
say we wouldn't talk to him first.
Happy Rhiannon?
What?
Didn't tell us his first name was Happy. That's
I need to get a green card tattooed on me, so every
Just
time
right across our foreheads.
Ragna talks.
I
As
do have
m-
that background.
As much as my father deserves it, I will not allow you to right out kill him.
Oh no, I don't have a mandate to just kill indiscriminately. I'm saying if he attacks us, I'm not gonna stop.
I mean, I kind of do, but that's fair.
Fucking.
I can't just kill anybody I want. I mean, I
You
could.
can't?
I mean, I can, but I can't.
Oh, I don't understand, but okay.
I
like,
shouldn't.
do your daggers just like bounce off, or like, can you not get them out of your hand, or you like?
Well, hopefully he's
Yeah.
perceptive enough not to say anything and put himself in any stupid situations. And
Yes, I hope
Let's
so.
hope he's smart.
I hope so. For your sake, I hope so.
Again, statistically speaking,
Right.
all of
Right.
us sort of have that problem, so odds are
Oh,
good.
look, the
he
tower.
maybe- The tower!
I mean, the
Oh,
tower has been
this is my
visible for
book.
some time, but it is definitely much closer now.
Motherfucker.
I would like to read them a small passage out loud from the. Well, I
Do
mean, I
whatever
don't
you
have it
want.
in front of me. I'm just going to narrate that I'm reading a passage about the tower out of my
Oh, good. I cannot
Guide to
wait.
the Empire. Yeah. So enjoy that passage, y'all.
Like, and,
Oh, okay.
and the rest of the ride, I am mumbling underneath my breath. Mostly
So-
complaining, swearing, and the occasional prayer, don't let me kill him outright. May I have the restraint?
The base of the tower, it's in a forested area. It's fairly hilly, uneven terrain. Once you get within about 100 feet, the terrain becomes very flat and very clear. It doesn't seem like this was done by a human hand, but it looks beautiful and pristine. The tower itself is made of this. It's made of the same sort of material, Cat, that most of the Imperial City is made of. This almost luminescent white, smooth stone. And at the top is a gleaming crystal. It's not a guarded place. It's not a kept place. There are people around. You are noting that there are people with bags and some families sort of in the area. Seems a bit odd.
So we arrived at the city that is
No,
around.
you're at the tower.
At the tower, but okay.
The tower's off on its own, but people seem to be gathering there.
Tyrell, you have better eyesight than I do, and I will give him a quick description of what my father looks like. If you see him, please point off in that direction. I'll stand up
Aye,
in
aye.
my stirrups as we look around.
Around the tower, amongst it's not a lot of people, but it's a number of people. You don't see anyone that matches that description. You make your way towards the tower, and still nothing.
I don't see him.
I assume you all go inside.
Anyone can walk in, right?
Yes.
Then I would.
Mhm.
Cautiously.
The inside of the tower, it's simply built, but the level of skill that it took to carve the stone into these rounded hallways. Some areas it's just a single piece, and its rooms have been carved out of it. It seems. It's beautiful in its precision. As you find a flight of stairs and begin to climb, you feel something. There is a power here. Ragna, it's making you very uncomfortable.
What kind of power?
Definitely magic.
Do I
Doesn't
get
really-
any?
Go ahead.
I'm sorry. Do I get any stronger sense for what it?
It's definitely magic.
Hostile, beneficial, maybe something along the lines of what Lynn uses?
It doesn't feel like it's been given a purpose yet. It's just here. And it's oppressive.
It's going to make Ragna anxious. So she's just going to ramble a bit about the detailing on the walls, which is so nice. And I heard, I don't know if this is true, that it was originally created by the slaughterfish back when they were sentient, and the crystal is actually a giant slaughterfish egg, and one day it might rip goat.
Goat, come back.
Oh no.
Goat, are you there?
Oh no! Oh no!
Oh no.
Oh no!
We found the conspiracy theory so bad.
You finally broke him.
GM left.
Oh gosh.
Oh no!
Oh no.
There you
Oh,
are.
thank
You're
God.
back.
Oh, okay.
Yay.
I didn't lose connection or anything. I just smacked my headphone cord in disbelief at what I was hearing, and it yanked my whole setup out of my laptop.
Love
Oh
it.
no.
As Ragna's talking, I'm just like, Ragna, and I'm looking around. Goat, you said that people come in here all the time, in and out. Is there any, like, young kid sitting around or anything?
See?
What was that? Not that I can see. There's, like, no one in the tower right now?
They're in the ground floors. There are some people. But as you start climbing the staircases, you're not really encountering people. It doesn't seem like they go up very often.
Could I have talked to a, like, kid? Like, that was off on their own.
Sure.
I want to crouch in front of them. Have you been in the tower a lot today?
We just got here a little earlier.
Well, I was wondering if you saw someone and maybe you can help me find my dad? If you know.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, he looks like this, and I describe him. He was might have been wearing red and gold, very tall staff he would have had with him. Did you see anyone like that come through?
Oh, yeah, he had like this big necklace thing on too, right?
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't really sound familiar
Doesn't.
to you, Kat.
But he
But-
had a large staff.
Yeah, It was big, and it like swirled at the top, like the tree grew like this.
That's very cool. Did you see where he went?
Upstairs.
You don't know how high he went, did you?
Oh, I'm not supposed to follow people I don't know.
Of course. Well, thank you
That's
very
very
much.
smart.
I hope you have a nice day, okay?
I will, you too. I like your armor.
Thank you. And we can forward back up to us walking up the stairs if anyone doesn't have anything else to do.
So did I hear that?
Mhm.
And did her description of him also sound familiar?
Oh yeah.
Oh, Kat, I have some sort of bad news.
What kind of bad news?
Well, I kind of think I hate your father. And
Join the
I think-
club.
No, but I think that maybe this isn't like a, oh no, he's probably innocent and just like a dupe or something.
Oh no,
I
with
sort
his
of-
history, he's definitely not innocent if he's involved in something.
Yeah.
Why can't I just? Oh, never mind.
No, I'm thinking maybe you could just stab him. That might be
Ragna,
fun.
please go out with it, please.
Well, I had one of my Spriggan dreams, and
Mhm.
he was there. He was in the delve that I don't want to talk about, but the things that we found at the Hiranai tomb.
The little statue things.
Yeah. I think he's really a bad man, and not like I'm a distant, emotionally not there father sort of thing, but like
What the fuck are you up to?
I'm
She's
telling
just
you.
explaining her.
Yeah, I'm just trying to explain my Spriggan dream.
Not you,
So
Ragna.
Oh,
Not
okay.
you.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah, your
Oh.
father who isn't there, physically or emotionally, probably.
Damn it. I'm gonna do a whole spin-off campaign that's just Ragna.
Please?
Yeah.
God.
So
Patreon special?
as you're climbing the stairs, you come across a door to another floor, and the tower is very large, so it's not surprising that this opens up into a large space. But the tower has windows in it every now and again, and there seems to be light sources. This room is very dark.
I take out my drift globe
Okay.
and light it. Have it follow us for those.
As you do,
I put my goggles
it
on and I
illuminates. How far does it illuminate?
I'll tell you in just a second. Equipment. Drift globe. It emanates light, and it can rise and illuminate. It doesn't specifically say how far it goes, but my guess is probably like the light spell.
I was gonna say between like 30 and 50 feet.
That sounds about right.
Seems pretty normal.
Yeah.
Okay. So, you all walk in. Anyone else do anything?
Is that illuminating the room?
Not the entire room, no. Just the kind of the portion you're in.
I'm gonna drop my goggles of night so that I have dark vision up to 60 feet.
Do I
Cool.
hear anything?
About to say, Tyrell and Aoife, you hear voices.
Sure do.
When the drift globe turns on, they hush.
That moment, I slip off away from the globe and start being stealthy boy.
Roll that beautiful bean footage.
Roll that amazing stealth check. Yeah, there
Alright,
is no
so-
point in me being stealthy.
I just get my bow ready unless there's like guards, obviously present.
There's not.
It's just a 28.
Oh, just this one.
Oh wow, just a 28.
Yeah. It's literally the minimum I can roll on that because of reliable talent.
Yeah.
All right.
I do not make an effort to hide myself, though I do
Did I?
give you two
Oh, go
look.
ahead. Sorry.
Though I give you two a look if you would like to try and not be associated with me and take the Tyrell route.
Did I recognize any of the words that I heard or any of the language that I heard?
It's far off. You can just
Okay.
hear, it's a voice, but it's unsure what he was saying.
All right. I am going to bite the inside of my cheek to invoke the Pact of the Blood, so I can try and understand languages, since I have heard talking.
What language are you trying to understand?
Daedric, I think.
Make an intelligence roll.
All right.
Let's see if you can. You are exhausted, so this is a disadvantage.
I know. Oh, great. Yep. Uh-huh. And my intelligence modifier is fantastic. Let me look and see if I can pull that up. That is a 5.
Oh, jeez.
It's a 4 and a 19. I know.
Being sleepy sucks.
Nope, sure does.
I will let you pick. You think it is Daedric, Adric, Sylvan, remember what I called some of these other languages?
She's heard me speak Adric. Do you?
Sure.
Elvish.
If it's say Elvish
Guys, speak.
and Argonian are the 5 languages that you think it might be. You can
I
pick
already speak Elvish and Sylvan.
I speak Elvish.
Okay.
I think I'm going to stick with my original guess with Daedric.
Okay.
Only because I do know that they're trying to raise Oblivion and do some stuff for that fucker.
Sure. You can't make out their words.
That's fair.
You're not sure if it's because they're too far away or what it is, but you're unsure.
I will take a Tyrrell route, and by Tyrrell route I mean I will also get into sneak off away from the drift globe.
Okay. Roll that beautiful bean footage.
This one I get to do as a straight roll because I have advantage on stealth.
All right then.
Ragna,
Wonderful.
I motion for you to lean down because you are very tall.
Ugh.
I lean
That's
down.
a 17.
Can you stay near the entrance? Do not let anyone out.
Okay, you proceed forward alone?
I would. Because I asked Ragnar to stay near the door, and we got the other 2 being shifty and sneaky.
I am
Aoife,
moving
Tyrrell,
as-
are you
yeah.
all like matching her pace as she goes forward?
I was moving forward. Like I'm trying
Okay.
to be as close as I can be before they might notice me.
What languages do you speak, Tyrrell?
Common, Sylvan, or not? Common, Elvish, and Thieves' Cant. I bet it's Thieves' Cant, isn't it? They're over there just doing hand signals.
It's a jutsu. Okay. Aoife, do you keep pace with Kat, or do you like try to get ahead?
I would. I'd probably try and keep pace with Kat.
Okay. Kat, you approach, and you get to the edge of what the drift globe had originally lit. So about 50 feet.
Okay.
And at the next edge, you can start to make out some shapes. Stop. Identify yourself.
Who do I recognize the voice, or is it the other person?
Oh, you recognize the voice.
Cat Emberheart of the Blades, Counselor Rhiannon.
I did not request any sort of accompaniment. I appreciate you being diligent in finding out I was here.
Please stop being full of yourself. I'm not here to assist you.
Well, then you're probably doing a poor job as a blade.
Or maybe you're just doing a shit job of being an Imperial.
My.
I will take several steps forward. Just to get within light.
On either side of him, fires light up, seemingly floating. As you sort of get close, you can see that they are in the hands of 2 figures that you can't quite make out.
I do not have my hands on my weapons at this point.
That is far enough. Insolence.
Of course, but then again, anyone who defies you is insolent, isn't that correct? Counselor?
Such insolence. this is, I'm going to be honest, this is not the path in life that I had really expected you to take, Catalafia.
You don't expect many people to take any directions that would lead anywhere.
Certainly not you.
Of course. Then again, you don't have a high regard for anyone else, do you? Other than yourself.
I have a high regard for people that achieve something in life. But you're a blade. Congratulations. That's... Wow. I said you had peasant dreams once upon a time. I suppose you just went full on peasant fantasy.
Is it really a fantasy if I succeed?
I mean, peasants rarely succeed, so yes.
Of course. Anyway.
What are you doing here?
Could ask you the same thing. Why are you here?
I'm on official business.
Oh, really?
Quite.
Why do you have the Elder Scroll?
That is none of your concern.
It is, actually.
Well, as a member of the Blades, I order you to leave.
Last time I checked, you don't have control of the Blades. You are not my commanding officer, nor the Emperor.
There is no Emperor right now. The Empire is being ruled by the Elder Council.
The fact still remains. I don't take orders from traitors.
A traitor! Oh! And he like slaps one of the people next to him, like the fire like shakes briefly. Traitor! Me a traitor.
You can explain to me why you're working with the Hiranai who murdered someone several days ago.
Just one someone.
Multiple. One very important someone.
I don't really think he murdered anyone important.
That's
Who
right.
did you see him murder?
I am terrible at names. I'm sorry.
I assume you're
Reeve.
talking about the Cannon Reef.
The Cannon Reef. The Cannon
And then
Reef.
his family. And
Oh. Cannon Reefs are not very important. No, they could be bought if needed. No, that was a display. It needed to happen.
A display that needed to happen. So you knew it was going to happen.
I hope so. I'm the one who asked him to do it.
Father. I ask you one more time.
And I think we're done asking questions. I told you that if you walked out that day, that you were no longer a Rhianid, and well, my loyalty is only to my family. Something I don't think you've ever understood. So, boys, and the fire starts to swirl. What are the rest of you doing?
Is there anything interesting other than these people in this room that would... He didn't just have like the Elder Scroll just laying out there on a table or anything.
You don't see the Elder Scroll at all.
Okay.
But there appears to be a desk somewhere near them. Several bookshelves. It's hard to tell without any illumination. It's hard to tell what exactly the purpose of this room is.
My dark vision isn't helping.
Oh right. Sorry, in my head you're a human. So, this room appears to be some kind of records hall. Why none of the... You can see Welkin stones around, but they're not lit. I'm not really sure why or how.
I am remaining vigilant and hating him. Everything he says.
Ragnar, I mean, you can see...
Oh yeah, he's too far away. Well, I still don't like him.
Well, I mean, you see the fires light up on the other side of the room, and you see them begin to swirl. And you've heard a bit of what Kat has said, not a lot, but some of it.
I'm sure you get the tone Very neatly conveyed.
I would like to have worked my way behind them. Opposite cat.
Okay. Make another stealth check.
If there's room for that. I'm not sure if they're against the wall or...
There is. No, they're a bit ways into the room.
Okay, another stealth check?
Yes.
No problem, Bob. 34.
I don't even know why I bother rolling against you.
Minimum 28 go.
Minimum of 28 on my stealth.
Yeah, no, they beat the 28. Beat that,
But not the 34
though. God. They're just wizards. Aoife, what are you doing?
You're muted.
I know. That's a great question. Does this look like a spell?
Oh yeah. Looks like
I
a
know
couple
I
of
can't
spells.
get all of them. I would like to counterspell one of them.
What's the range on counterspell?
That's a good question. That
The range on
is.
this room.
Yeah, how big is this room? Oh, it's 60 feet.
And I did say I would get them in my
yeah.
light.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. Make your roll.
Okay.
Make it look like Cat did it.
I mean, I'm still. I was gonna say I'm still stealthy, but I don't know that that's actually true. But
Just so you know. Hang on. This is suddenly important.
You know, I think I take back what I was talking about earlier and my reservations.
I thought you might.
Hang on.
I do say this out loud.
Oh, I don't say that out loud.
Oh, yeah, you're not an idiot.
Thank you. That's so nice.
Sorry, I'm having to look up a few rules.
You can do it.
You don't have it all memorized?
Come on, goat.
Oh, I thought I had it
Ah.
well, but I'm trying to be super fair to remind you that the counterspell thing is an ability test and you have disadvantage on it because you have one level of exhaustion.
Ooh, oof.
it is ability test. Wait, is that true?
It's
Yup,
basically all rolls.
I just went and
Yeah.
read counterspell. It's you make a spellcasting ability test.
Okay.
Yup.
Neat. Great.
Sorry.
Perfect.
Love
That's
ya.
okay. That's fine. And this is at 5th level because that's all I got.
That's how it works.
I mean, they're probably more powerful than I am, but a 19? No, sorry, dirty 20.
Cool.
With disadvantage?
That's a disadvantage.
I'm so proud of you, Eva.
Wait, is it no? Wait, what am I rolling? What am I adding to it? Sorry, I always forget.
You're adding.
I know how this works.
can
I
do
don't
it.
actually.
You make an ability check using your spellcasting ability, so you just add your charisma, not.
Oh, just my
your-
charisma. Never mind then.
Yep.
Then that's not that. It's
You can do
14.
it. Math, y'all.
I can math.
How does this look?
You don't. That's right. This is a smudge. Out from the dark, you see the sort of red energy. I mean, it's like a dark red energy, sort of. Oh, I've got like stuff like sort of run down Aoife's arms and sort of coalesce around the wizard.
Mm-hmm. Their energy coalesces around the wizard, and it goes to squeeze in to snuff out that flame, and looks frantic and focuses, and the flame grows and burns through your energy.
Yes,
Spell
fair.
is not countered.
That's fair.
There's more here. Oh, you brought friends.
You really hired the smart
Lafayette.
ones, didn't you?
You know, I take everything back. I'm so proud of you. You made a friend.
At this point, I draw my weapons.
I'm gonna kill him.
Oh, we want to fight, do we? Well,
Well, you're either
and
going to come in the easy way or the hard way, and it looks like it's going to be the hard way.
raises his staff and smashes it on the ground. Aoife and Kat.
What am I rolling?
I didn't write down the spells.
That means it fails, right?
Nope.
How long have they been
Means,
talking?
Oh, definitely more than a minute.
Yeah. I need you two to make charisma saving throws.
Charisma?
Charisma.
What's that?
Well, it's not that I'm bad, not good, bad, not good.
Charisma.
Charisma,
Know your
charisma?
enemy.
Charisma.
Oh gosh.
Charisma.
Charisma.
As your heart gets ripped out.
I'm gonna use Indomitable
Uh-huh.
and re-roll that
Okay.
because I don't think a 6 passes.
It does not.
Just a little low.
Okay, that's much better. That's a 22.
Okay. Aoife?
How does a 27 sound? I don't get disadvantages on saving throws.
No, that's a much higher level of exhaustion.
Yes.
I think
That's a
it's level
20.
3.
That's a 27 then.
Okay. Magic goes towards you, Aoife, but it seems to dissipate. It's not very focused. Cat. A greenish energy travels along the ground very quickly. Rapid movements make it hard to track, and before you realize it, bars have come up around you.
These
You
are
are being held.
like as in like confined or like held person held.
As you try to move forward or try to move sideways or anything, you seem to run into a wall.
Okay.
I would like to know his current hit points, please, and his armor class. Because I, by now, probably know my enemy. Because I have been watching.
Oh, okay. Armor class is 21, and its current hit points.
It says current hit points.
Interesting. 212.
Did he have any magical abilities when I left home?
Not that you ever saw.
Okay.
Hmm.
I will just glower. Weapons both
Oh.
drawn.
Are they all like clustered up together right over there?
About 10 feet apart each. They're not like adjacent to each other. They're a square apart, roughly. It seems as though I only caught one. Let's bring up the lights. And he motions the staff, and the welkin stones alight, revealing the room. The records hall. Many bookshelves around.
I'm very comfortably sneaked up on this wall here.
Right. They are like looking around, trying to find people. Aoife, they do notice you.
Yeah.
And of
Oh,
course,
that's
Ragnar,
fair.
they see you as well.
But like towards the entrance.
Yes.
Hello.
Tiro, being along the wall, you're about 20 feet from them. You also notice there's a door about 15 feet from you on the right against the wall.
Ooh. Open like a open door, or is it closed? It's
Closed.
Okay.
Same style as the one you came through.
How far is the door from me?
About 100 feet.
Well, now that you have me confined, what is your plan?
Well, firstly, I'm going to find these friends of yours and ask you how much you paid them. And then, probably going to kill them. Probably. Maybe not.
I want to use an action to activate my Dagger of Venom
Go for it.
before we get into rounds.
I see you developed a
So it's
sense of
already there.
humor in the last decade.
Oh, I've always had great wit. It's just you weren't particularly developed enough to appreciate it.
Mm-hmm. Of course.
Now, which one of your two friends should we kill first? And I need everybody to roll initiative.
Always cocky.
An elder councilman.
Yep.
$17.
13.
Me too, 17.
Less.
17 buddies.
Ragna was 17.
Yeah. You're...
Cat
9.
and Aoife.
13.
Don't know why I keep rolling initiative for enemies with this die. What? No. Autocorrect, stop changing Ragna to range.
Well, she does have a bow and arrow.
Does.
It's
Tiro
not
and Ragna,
inaccurate.
y'all are up first.
I defer to my sneaky cohort on that one.
Hey, is Bashir with you?
Oh yeah, my big kitty would come with me
Okay.
if no one kept him out.
Oh, and I see you brought us a new rug.
Oh, but I can't hear him, can I?
No.
Okay, how about this? How about...
He just insulted Bashir. He wants to make
Oh,
him
can
into
I
a
kill
rug.
him?
Oh, yes, most definitely.
Cat, I will kill him.
I want... Okay. If I go up, is there any way that I can get within 5 feet equidistant of each one of these fuckers? They wouldn't be so perfectly aligned as to be able to do that, would they?
No.
That sucks. Okay, well, then I'm going to actually go behind the whichever wizard you feel like I can go behind.
Probably the one on the left.
The left, sure, cool, dope. I'm going to stab him
Okay.
sneakily. He's
sure.
surprised.
Make that sneakily stab roll.
He's surprised. Am I right?
Make your roll
Okay. Okay.
with advantage.
Did you get a crit?
Would you believe that I fucking crit?
Yes!
Yeah!
Would you believe it? Because I'll screenshot it if you need me to.
I mean, you're an assassin, so it'd be a crit anyway.
So-
Oh my God.
Let's go with.
Roll that damage.
All right, so we'll do math. We'll do this. That's good. That's 5, 6, 8. 42 is 84 plus 5.
Yes.
84.
God, I can kiss Tyrell right
89.
God, I love Tyrell so much.
89, 90, 91.
Hit me with some flavor.
91 points of damage. Oh, what I'd really like to do, so if this is... My flavor depends on the effectiveness of this attack.
Oh, it's very effective.
Is it the most effective it could possibly be?
This is the chef's kiss of flavor.
Beautiful. Okay, so I'm literally just going to walk up behind and then just chop his head off. Because I want to just... Boom.
Cat.
No ceremony to it whatsoever.
Cat, you were aware that Tyrell had slunk off.
Oh, of course.
You are also aware that that man is not seen unless he wants to be seen.
Yep.
And when your father says 2 friends, you have a hard time fighting a grin.
Oh,
You
I
hold
don't.
your composure.
I don't fight it.
Oh, okay, cool. You grin widely. He doesn't take it as anything.
Of course.
Yeah, it's him. And he begins to point at them both and point towards your 2 allies. And he looks over at the one to his left, just in time to see the body slump. And a 3rd figure appear. His eyes grow wide with terror. Ragna, it's your turn.
Oh, I still have a bonus action, honey.
Oh, you do. Go for it.
I'm sorry. Did you say 2 friends?
Other wizard is within range.
About 15 feet away from you.
I can get there.
Yeah.
Cool. Offhand dagger of venom attack. Did he look at me? Is he aware of me?
Nope. No, he's not.
Shame you can only get sneak attack once
Yeah,
around.
so you can't get
I
sneak
can't get
attack.
the sneak attack. That's fine, but I wanted advantage. That would be 30 to hit.
Yes, it hits the unarmored wizard.
Dope. That's gonna be not a whole lot up front, but 2d10. That's 13. That's three regular and 10 poison damage.
Hey. Ah!
In his back.
The look of horror grows on Counselor Rhiannon's face as he watches the head and body separately fall of one of his allies. And then faster than he can contemplate, this blur of shadows and death moves directly past him, so fast he doesn't even have time to react.
Hi.
And a blade drives into his other ally. Who maintains his spell. Thank you. Ragnar, it's your turn.
I want to shoot the one that Tyrell just stabbed. Please. Just like regular shot, I think. That would be a 34 to hit.
Yes, you hit.
Okay, I didn't want to presume, so
Just barely.
15 points of damage, please.
Having a rough time.
Yeah, he's probably gonna have a rougher time when I go to shoot him again.
Yep.
For 23 to hit.
Yep.
And let's say 14 points of damage on that one.
Okay.
Okay, but my third one is 18 to hit.
Yeah.
Okay. So that one will be 6. Oh, it's a 6. 13 points of damage, please.
He's like coughing blood.
Good. Okay. And I will Shield of Faith. I will lower my bow and hold out my hand, and it will glow a little gold, maybe a little white, and that same color will kind of sprinkle down like dust over Cat, who will get +2 bonus to AC for 10 minutes if I can hold it. We'll see. Also, everyone has the 18 temporary hit points from earlier if you didn't get them. And that's it. I think I will stay where I am, please.
Okay.
And you are taking control of Bashir still, right? I don't have to roll for him.
Why do I roll well for your allies? Shit.
He is good best kitty.
It's Bashir's turn.
Good job, Bashir.
Because you're the best DM ever.
Yay, Bashir.
And Bashir, like, low crouches. And you sort of look over at him as he does this. And he's very fluffy. You know, when you're riding him, he's very comfortable. You can tell he's strong. But in this moment, you just see muscles rip through his arms and back as he launches forward, bounding across the room faster than you've ever seen him go. And yep, because I'm dumb and gave him that ability. And he only gets one attack, thankfully, but he does get an attack. He will attack the mage that everyone's attacking, because that just seems like the fun thing to do. And he hits. Hey, Ragnar, you want to put some flavor on that?
I hit the wrong thing. I think he will just, is it like a pouncing attack? Yeah.
Claws.
Yeah, so his claws are, it's like when he jumps up on me for a hug, except he's got his mean face on, and his claws are out, which they're never out with me because he's good kitty boy. And they're going to sink into, like, some are going to go around his clavicle, and some are going to come, like, up underneath. And they're both just going to go over. And between that and his skull probably bashing on the floor, it doesn't sound like he's getting up.
The flame snuffs out as another body hits the floor. Rhiannon panics. Who are you? What devil did you make a deal with, Catalafia? Aoife, it's your turn. Speaking of making deals with devils.
I don't know what you're insinuating. Speaking of making deals with devils, however, I've been standing there as soon as Tyrell started wreaking havoc. She's grinning, like baring her teeth almost. Checking my nails out. I'm sorry, did you say you were going to try and kill one of us? Because I don't think that's going to happen. And just rain down some Eldritch Blast in that red streaky glory onto Kat's dad. Just for fun.
Go for it.
Alrighty. I get 4 of these. Oh! Those are nice. Those are really lovely rolls. So the lowest of the 4 is 22.
Okay.
Then
he sees the red streaks coming towards him, he moves the staff, and sort of a green energy comes in front of him. The 22 will miss.
A 22 will miss. How does a 27 sound?
That will hit.
All right, that means the 2 28s will also hit.
Yep, it does.
Yep, great. So 3 of the 4. Not mad at that. 1.
It's not like 90-10.
No, it's not that many.
It's 3D.
It's only
Not a rogue.
It's only 1d10 per blast.
Real question is, did you take Agonizing Blast to add your Charisma modifier?
I did not.
Unfortunate.
That's a good question because I think I did.
Ooh.
It would be in your
I sh-
features.
Yeah, it's just as a +5 to all of those. So
Yes.
it's fine. I can math. I can't math. I'm really
So
liar.
3d10 plus 15.
Yes. Okay. 6, 9, 12 plus 15.
27 damage. Dope. Okay. As your red, mostly horns this time, energy comes from the spear,
Sure does.
striking into him. Oh, right. You have the spear. Hey, that other one hits. Go ahead and roll.
Oh, does it now?
Yeah, the spear adds to that.
Oh, that's exciting.
Yeah.
All right, so let's see.
Go ahead and roll plus another 5.
That would be another 12. That's the 7 plus 5.
It's a 39 damage total.
Yep.
Dope. He
Yeah, I'm
throws
gonna have
up
to
this
get that.
energy in an attempt to shield himself from your attack, but the horns move too quickly, striking into his legs and arms.
Ooh.
Cat.
So the restrainment is from his staff, right?
Yeah.
I'm just calmly standing there with holding my 2 weapons, and I look at him. We might not have ever had a good relationship, but I do know that the one thing you like more than power is your life. If you know it's good for you, you will surrender and release me. And I will make sure that you will not be killed.
Intimidation with advantage.
That's Tyrell in real time laughing.
Oh, nope, that's bad. That's a 7.
With advantage?
I rolled a 4 and a 5. I am not using these dice ever again.
Okay.
I am not.
Well,
Yep.
your petty tricks won't work on me, these lesser mages. That makes it his turn.
Am I allowed to? Was that my action?
Yes.
Am I able to test the bars to see if I can get out?
Sure.
Like, try to like move them or anything?
They're in this. There's a vague green shimmer. You try to move, they don't budge.
Then I will calmly sheath both my weapons, and I will stare at him.
Creepy. I love it. His turn. He will stamp his staff on the ground, and green runes seem to appear and interlock around him. I warn you, I am quite fearsome.
Insight. I'm just kidding.
You were about to piss your pants 6 seconds ago.
And he will try to attack Tyrell. So he moves towards Tyrell and launches out a bit of energy. But between the horns having messed up his balance and maybe a bit of wavering in his step, he throws it wide and it strikes against a wall, rolling a 9 total.
Sorry.
Tyrell,
Oh, hi.
it's your turn.
Yeah.
There's a cat adjacent to him.
There is a cat adjacent to him, isn't there?
Yeah.
I wonder. I'm going to stab him.
Roll that beautiful beam footage.
Da 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 da. 22.
Will not hit.
That is
With
unfortunate.
advantage?
With advantage, yeah. I rolled low for once. It's weird. Don't know how I feel about
What?
it.
You don't crit all the time?
I don't crit every time. It's so
That's unfortunate.
weird.
This is where I'm
Offhand.
so happy that that's fine. I'm so
Here
happy
happens to everyone.
that I burned through all your crits last time.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, that'll be a 30 on my offhand as
Yeah,
well.
that friggin' hits.
Let's go with 4 plus 2d10. 4 regular damage, 12 poison damage. Oh, and sneak attack, right?
I was
'Cause I had
gonna say,
advantage
you
on it.
hit, yep. You can only do it once per turn, and you did have advantage.
Let's add 24 to that.
Okay.
36
What was
on
that?
it, so 40.
40 damage. Okay. All right. Good to know. Anything else?
Nope.
Ragnar, it's your turn.
Well, I do have a critical that I would like to use in my disarming attack. Just combined. I know it doesn't auto. Well, maybe it does. Does that auto avoid his strength saving throw?
No, he still has to make it,
Okay.
but it just means you hit.
Yeah, I didn't think so, but that's fine too.
It's fine, he failed.
Regardless,
Yeah, he's a wizard.
yeah.
He's not a wizard, actually, but he failed.
Oh, yeah.
He.
Not a wizard.
That's not right. You're not gonna roll me a critical hit. He takes. There we go. 18 damage from that, and it should disarm him of his staff.
Arrow flies through the air, piercing through his arm, and just drops the staff.
For my next 2 attacks, the first one, which I'm using 3 charges of the bow on, is 33.
Hits.
And the next one, which is just normal, is 22.
That will miss.
The first damage, or the only other damage, is 15. But the charges, as we'll recall, you made it. You don't need me to tell you what it does to you.
No.
Oh, so Constitution saving.
He nat 20'd that.
He is a jerk, and I don't like him.
I'm not surprised. It is Bashir's turn. He now has his full attack. Ooh, crit.
Yeah, because we're flanking.
Wait,
Rolled a
do
19.
do I not get a bonus attack?
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead. My bad. I'll keep the 2 rolls
wait.
I've made.
No, I'm sorry, because I can't shoot again as bonus action, can I?
I mean, can you make another attack
It's
as a
just-
bonus
it's
action?
2 weapon fighting.
I don't think you can do it with ranged.
No,
No, you don't have 2
Yeah.
bows. You're not dual wielding bows.
I take it back. I could.
You're not a
You don't
Thrakeen
know.
who has like 4 arms.
Yeah, no.
I love
take it back.
Thrycreen, first of all.
Bashir.
Yeah, okay, cool. So third attack hits, so the crit is his bite. 20, 27, and then his claws. That's 40 damage from Bashir. As he just starts mauling into the dude. That
buddy.
brings us to Aoife.
Cute. Great. I would like. Sorry, I'm gonna lose. You're gonna lose me for just a second. So I would like to, if I may, use my bonus action to hex him because I didn't do that earlier. And so he just has this nice like glow about him. It's quite pretty, really. I mean, depending on your definition. And then I would like to actually, I don't have the stats for this, but can I try hitting him with the spear?
Like throwing the spear at him?
No, can I run up to him and
Oh,
stab
run
him
up
with
to
the
him.
spear?
Sure.
Yeah.
Make a roll. I have the stats here. I'll make sure to
Okie dokie. See, I think it would be fun to see. We kind of got an idea of what it did before, but
Yep.
but now it actually is in the rightful hands. I rolled a 10.
What is your charisma modifier?
+5,
What's your proficiency bonus?
+6.
Cool. And the spear adds. You hit. The spear
Right.
adds +3.
What am I rolling?
2d10.
Great. I just had them. Why can't I never see them when I'm actually trying to find them. There. 2d10.
As
That would be
you-
a 13.
Okay. As you strike, you feel the allure of a pulse of power coming from the spear, and you almost swear that you hear her sing, say, "Give a little extra." Pick a
Yeah, if you
number
said that,
between
please.
1 and 7.
I'm
Actually,
gonna-
0. Sorry, 0 and 7. You can't do
0 and 7. I'll just roll that. 2.
Roll 2d8.
Okay.
This is what happens when you get fancy weapons.
4.
Okay. Lightning arcs off, striking for a little extra damage. Anything else for your bonus action?
I used the Hexblade's curse on it. Oh,
Oh, and that
Yes.
adds some damage, doesn't it?
it sure
Another
does.
5? No, your proficiency bonus. Another 6?
Yes,
Yeah.
correct. Another
Yeah.
6.
Okay. Keep in mind that you also crit on a 19 with that.
Yes. I did not roll a 19, but yes, I am aware.
Yeah. Just as a note. Okay. That will end that turn. Cat, it's back to you.
At this point, I'm looking at my nails.
He has no staff. He's being stabbed by a spear. He has an arrow through the arm, bleeding out of both legs, and arrow has stabbed him in one of his shoulders.
When he dropped the staff, it was still up.
And his robes are being slashed apart by Bashir, and the staff is on the ground.
No, but the restraint is still up with even if he dropped his staff.
Yes. Yes.
This can be stopped very quickly. My offer still
Yeah,
stands.
Persuasion with advantage.
The one I am much better at.
Circumstances change.
Yeah.
It's no longer a threat. It's just a deal.
That is a 19.
Okay. Okay. Let's talk. Let's talk.
Please do not kill him.
And after a few seconds, the restrainment around you seems to dissipate. The energy around him seems to dissipate.
Well, we were having so much
So-
fun.
I would like to go
you
pick
very
up the staff.
were. So what's the deal here? And that's where we're gonna end. Thank you, everybody. Sorry we ran a few minutes over, but we needed to get to that certain stopping point. Thank you so much for watching. It was fun being back. We had a couple weeks off. Tune back next week. Probably not the finale next week. It looks like we're gonna have a little bit of an extra episode. So this will be an 11-part series as opposed to a 10-part. But that's okay. We're having fun. Who wants to go first?
Hi, I'm Than. You can find me everywhere on the internet as Thanrand, on Twitter and on this channel right here with these beautiful people every Friday night for two more sessions, possibly. And then on Monday nights on this very same channel with other different beautiful people in the Fates Chosen campaign. And then on my own Twitch channel, and I think I'm going to start streaming like later in the night, like on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, because I might be starting a job soon. Anyway, yeah, that's me. That's the story. My favorite part was Ragna and her Pelinal theory. That was brilliant. If you know Elder Scrolls, you know why that's brilliant.
I'll go next. Hi, I'm Mare. You can find me on Twitter at Archmage of Dice. You can find me here on Fridays for the next couple of Fridays playing Elder Scrolls as Cat Ember Heart. We don't have an exact start date yet, but starting on some Saturday evening at 8:30 Eastern, 7:30 Central, I will be playing in a Numenera game run by Alex, which is going to be great. I will be playing Licton Brattersby. And I have a one-shot of witches and spellcraft, following lovely little witches getting into misadventures and mischief on October 4th. That's a Sunday, starting at 10 a.m. Central. My favorite part was Ragna calling Cat hot with her sword work.
I'll go. Hi, I'm Jordan, aka the Lady Dame. You can find me obviously here on Fridays playing with these wonderful people. as Aphag Alert. You will also be able to find me on this channel on Wednesdays starting next week at 10 a.m. Central. No, what time? I don't remember. Or 1 p.m. Central. I can't remember because we're all over the place. In the upcoming Uncaged anthology game where we're starting, it's going to feel, I have a very different character and we're starting at level 0, friends, so it's going to be real different.
It's at noon Central on Wednesdays.
Noon Central, I'm getting perfect. Wonderful. I also am on every other Monday starting at the end of this month. We're starting back up on the Goldheart Gaming channel in our Descent into Avernus game. I'm also going to be in a podcast coming up pretty soon. That's going to be pretty rad. I'll have more information about that eventually. And then I also stream on my own channel currently Tuesdays and Saturday evenings and Monday mornings when I'm not going to be doing Descent into Avernus. And then I've got some other fun stuff planned coming up on my own channel, which should be really great. My favorite part of the session was Kat's reunion with dear old dad, because that was great.
Hello, I'm Eva. I am here for the next 2 Fridays also, having the joy to play Ragna. And starting on the 20th, I believe it's been announced that I will be joining the Sunday stream. Yes, I also, words are hard. I also stream on my own channel sporadically, going into some horror games for this spooky season. And you can find me elsewhere on the internet erratically under the Eva Sarate. I think my favorites, and it was Steve that you saw as the cat I was petting. My favorite part was probably, I was gonna also say Kat's reunion with her father. Actually, more than that, it was probably her talking about her father beforehand. And I found that delightful, even though she was really big mad about it.
Hello, I am Goat. You can find me here for the next 2 weeks running this lovely game for these wonderful people. You can find me randomly on the channel just doing other things. You can also hang out with us in our Discord, where I'm on there a lot and up to my bot shenanigans lately. You can also find me on Twitter at Mayanestro, where I talk about a whole host of things. Let's see. You can follow the channel for a lot more information on Twitter. It's at open4 adventure. Our schedule, new shows, all that gets announced there. And check out our sponsors. They're great. And our warm fuzzies are also pretty dang great.
We ready for our warm fuzzies? We've got the OG. We've got Bel Chavez.
OG!
We've got Christina.
Christina!
Guildmaster Sev.
Yeah,
Sev. Quincy. We've got Big Breath. Andrew Ship, Fellowship of the Tables, the Beowulf, the Wikimancer.
The Wikimancer!
We've got Gamer Lives with a 1 and a 3.
Gamer Lives!
And we've got Patrick PJ.
Thank you to Warm Fuzzies. We appreciate all the support from all of our patrons. Thanks everybody for tuning in. Come on next week. Starting tomorrow morning, the premiere
of
the Ashes of Azmorin.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited.
It's gonna be pretty great. I'm trying to remember the specific time. I think it starts at 10:30 Central.
10:30 Central. It took over first on shift.
Yep, took over that old campaign.
It's gonna be so good.
Check that out. It's gonna be awesome. Like Eva said, the 20th is when our Sunday stream starts back, and then on Mondays we have Fate's Chosen still going strong, and then all these other new shows getting announced as well. So lots of things happening. Check us out. Thank you for being here tonight. Always remember to love each other. Y'all have a good night.
Bye.